Thank you for permission to bring up down the choir and the drummers. If y'all gonna come up and give them a drum roll, we'd like you all to be up here, making space for you. Come on up. Father, I'm gonna give you the mic. Do you have a phone?
Nope. Yeah, no polls.
Okay.
If we don't have that, no polls.
I have a number.
You on there? Guy's birthday is today?
Kokayi's birthday is today.
It's on the 6th.
Oh, the mic. You need the mic.
Mike is on this here.
Okay.
Okay.
It's tradition when you do libations, you might want to lift out your hands and you say you're good, or you might want to take your shoes off so you can connect with Mother Earth. And it all can be in reverence. This is a tradition, a prayer. It is a tradition to open up any official ceremony when people of African descent gather.
Well, it is my honor to be here today. And the privilege of pouring libation. And as has already been said, libation is a form of prayer. That's what it is. So there are many people who look at it as a ritual, as a celebration, and simply libation is a prayer. It's a prayer by which you offer something up at the time that we're praying, as opposed to wait to see if what we're praying for comes true, and then offering something. And so, in African traditions, we believe that every honest and sincere prayer comes. And I'll say that before I pour libation, and that's why each of us must always be very careful about what comes out of our mouth and what we put behind the word I. Right? Because the universe, she is listening. She's listening. And we want to always put a positive behind I. I can do better. I am going to do better. I can get through this. I can make it. I can see myself coming out of incarceration. It's so very, very important. And so libation is just the traditional way found around the world, of offering something as you're praying, as opposed to waiting to see if you're going to get what you're praying for and then offering something. That's the way of our ancestors, right? So that's, I want you to hold on to it. And hold on to what I said about the word I. Yeah. Very, very important. Okay. So let's start off. I'm going to say Ago. The reply is Ame, A-M-E-E, Ame. Ame. That means, yes, I hear that you're ready to pray, and I've heard and respond, yes, I'm ready to pray also. I'll stop towards the end. And as I stop towards the end, I want you to give just the last names. If we give first and last names, that'll take quite a bit of time, but just the last names of people in your family, like your mother's lineage, your mother's last name, right? Then your father's last name, and then some other last names of some relatives, But as long as you get the lineage, like my last name is Brown, but I don't have to name every Brown from 1850 to now. That's not very necessary. That's not very necessary. I'll just share with this young man right here, right? My last name comes from John Brown. My father's grandfather was an associate. And back in those days, if a black person saw somebody who they liked and admired, they would simply take their last name. That's how my name became Brown. Okay. Ago. 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 The younger found in the phone soon. Almighty God, a woman can lean and that fall. After say ya and stuff into Mother Earth. After say a poor into Mother Earth again. We call you, we call you, we call you. We call our ancestors. We are unique as Africans in the Americas because we have our own lineage, we have our own ancestors. Ben Luhema, Ida B. Wells, Frederick Douglass, Araminta, Harriet Tubman, that's her name, Araminta. We call your power, we call your spirit. We call the noble Drew Ali, Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X, Dr. Martin King Jr., John Lewis. We call all, we call all, we call all. And we ask that your power and spirit, bless us, bless brother Kokayi on his birthday. He's getting older. We pray that he gets even older than that. We ask you to answer to Almighty God how many years he's been given. We ask that you had 10 years to that, at least 10 years. That he continue to do the good work that he does. So we call you our ancestors, and particularly at this time, there are 2 Justins from Tennessee, and we're calling you the ancestors to be around them. Bless them. You're speaking through them. We can hear your voice that they speak. We know that it's you, Dr. King. We know that it's you, John Lewis. We know that it's you speaking through them because of the power that we hear when they speak. And we ask you all to bless them and protect those young men, that no harm come to them. So we call you our ancestors. We call you the deities who God has given us. We call Eshu Legba. We call Ogun. We call Ada de Kobi. We call the Surgery. We call the God of peace and family, Nana-Eti Ketua. Rule our minds, our souls, our spirit, and move us forward. So as we pour this libation, we ask that you shall be with us. Let us be active as we relate to one another in a positive kind of way. Let us love ourselves and let us love each other. And let us set our prayers of protection for each other. So we call you Almighty God. We call you the ancestors. We call you all the deities, the blessings and blessings of men. Mutulu Shakur, we ask that your power and spirit should be around him for healing and health. How many years has been given to him? We ask you, Almighty God, that he shall receive 10 more plus that. Bless us all who are here. May we be motivated to move forward to be the best people that we can be. This we pray. We say, entity and so, Jinayachi, stand behind our backs. No Yedawati, and we thank you. The God whose name is Amen. Yo. I'm going to give you a very quick song. This song is so easy, you're going to get it the first time. It's song just saying thank you. We're thankful for each other. We are, because we are part of a group. Our identity comes from our group, and our strength comes from our relationships. Very important. So we give thanks for each other. We give thanks to Baba Kokayi. We give thanks for the gathering, for the wonderful drummers and healers who are here. But we give thanks to them. We want to keep in our mind always that we love one another, we care about one another. We don't allow negative thoughts to come into our mind. All right? We don't allow competition, comparing and competing to interfere with our relationships. But we base our relationships upon love. We ask Almighty God and all the entities to bless us in that. Okay, very easy song, right? It's saying we give thanks. Yeah, yo, yeah, the was yo, and y'all say, yeah, yo, yeah, the was yo. Oh, yeah, yo, yeah, the was yo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the was in Yami. Yo, Your part is this, yeah, you know what I do the best. Okay, pick up. Yeah, you know what you. Oh, you know what you in Yami. Oh, you know what I say. Oh, yeah, you know what you. Right? Continue to have good relations with one another. And we use your power and your strength, Almighty God, and all the deities, all the ancestors, for justice and peace. As we pray. Amen. All right.
Give thanks and praise and thanks for the honor of our ancestors. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, brother. Please do that. Brother Shango, Brother Dr. Hughes, let's give them appreciation. Show them awesome about Black love. Again. Now. We're gonna leave our ancestors right here on the stage with us. This is what we like to do. Because if we leave our ancestors that we call, then the ancestors will continue to bless us. I want to ask for a few people to be on standby because we're going to call you all up. Yeah, thank you. That's the main person. Kokayi Patterson. I am Kokayi's spiritual sister. I think I've been knowing him for maybe 40, maybe 50 years. We have totally lost count. I love him. He loves me. He's as we said the last time we were together, he's my ace boom boom. I can call him in the middle of the night and call him in the morning and he'll be there, and I'm the same way with him. I love him dearly. We are honoring his birthday. And so he has done some amazing things. He is the head of the African Holistic Health Association, which I mentioned that I'm the co-founders. But Dr. Kokayi started AWA. Oh, I guess that's not going on. I'm gonna let him tell all the dates because I'm not gonna lie until like I remember. So I'm gonna let him tell the dates, right? It was a long time ago, let's say this. And we have seen the organization evolve. He has been with me in all of my evolutions, African American Holiday Association, Positive Energy Works, and I'm also blessed to be the founder of Black Love Day. Kokayi has been part of everything that I have done. I've been part of everything he has done. His latest venture has been to really support a brother who has sacrificed and who was in jail for 40 years because of his sacrifice, Dr. Mutulu Shakur. Right now, Kokayi is part of the lead healing group who are working with reestablishing his health. And so as the brother said, we're going to call on what we believe in and what we see, because what we see we can claim, and what we claim is because we believe it. And if you believe in something so heartily, then you can make it happen. So believe that Dr. Mutulu Shakur will be moving along very shortly, hopefully maybe even coming in this room saying he's glad to be amongst us. So we got to support the people who are supporting him. Dr. Kokayi Patterson, happy birthday. Here comes Kokayi, he's black and
We
beautiful.
don't want to do the birthday thing yet. This for Dr. Mutulu Shakur.
All right, Dr. Kokayi Patterson, give him a big round of applause. Yay!
Let me get if I can get my crew up here, if I can get the ADS selective up here, please. Come on up here, Tony. It's my youngest student right here coming up. Come on, Carlos, Brandon, come on. Roll the crew, come on up. Come on, Sonny. Come on, Rose. Where's Caitlin? This is just some of the DC collective right here. Some of the DC collective. Here's Sister Caitlin, Sister Rose. Rose coming up in 2 parts. She's coming up in 2 parts. Coming up in 2 parts. All right, anybody else? A couple of people that's missing. They upstairs. Dr. Hughes there, so forth. But anyway, this is some of the crew. The Acupuncture Detox Specialist Collective. These are individuals who are trained acupuncture detox specialists, some of them. And our youngest student is this sister right here, Sister Tony. Let's give her a round of applause. Before we begin to bring out a lineup of tremendous speakers and presenters and our poets, etc., it's important to recognize that Tony, how old are you?
10.
10 years old. Yeah, come on. 10 years old. The youngest person we trained was 8 years old down in Atlanta. So she's the second one at 10 years old. Now, one of the things that Dr. Shakur, always pushed in the community is solidarity, working with other communities. So when our work, in the Black and brown community has to be, consistent. We have to have that relationship with the Latino community, so of course, it's important for us to organize in that community. So within the ADS collective, we have brothers and sisters from that community, who've learned how to do the acupuncture, worked on their lives, because that's what the collective is about. We're about working on ourselves so that we can help other people. So when Tony came in, it was her sister that came in, and her sister came in with a whole bunch of problems. Where's Andrea? She up here? She's upstairs. And they came in with a whole bunch of issues. And then Andrea brought Carlos in. And Carlos came in with his issues, and we help people deal with alcohol and drug abuse and so forth. That's what you see up here. I'm one of them too, so don't get it twisted, So again, that's our job, to take care of and deal with our community, compulsive disorders, etc. All that stuff was running rampant in her family. Couldn't get the older people to deal with it. So what we do, we get the young. So I said, okay, that's how we roll, and we're gonna teach this one right here, acupuncture. So she's been doing acupuncture now, what, about 2-3 weeks? 2 weeks? 3 weeks, somewhere around there. Give her a hand. 2 weeks. And the family is getting treatment at home. The mom's in treatment. That's what happened. They did the work. Said, now the mama went to treatment. Give mama a hand. Come on. Y'all scared to talk about stuff. We can see. That's not just true here. We let it out. We let you know what the deal is. You got a drug problem, we dealing with it. You understand what I'm saying? You got an attitude, we dealing with it. So one of the things that Dr. Shakur, of course, introduced to the community was the acupuncture detox in 1970. And what has happened in the long run is that we have hundreds of thousands of detox specialists around the world as a result of him starting that process in 1970. Okay, we have the ADS collective, the Acupuncture Detox Specialist Collective. We're here in DC, Atlanta, we're in New York, we're in Florida, we're in so many different cities, and on the way to your city. We're coming up to Philly, Pam is here. We're going out to Houston in June. We're going up to Detroit with Shoshana, Chokwe Lumumba's sister. That was our lawyer who defended, our case with Asad Shakur and the Brinks trial. Also here in the audience is my big brother, Baba Sekou Odinga, who will be sharing with us. But it's important to recognize that what you see here is Dr. Shakur's work. So Dr. Shakur planted the seed. And if you go to Banner, BAAANA, Black Acupuncturist Advisory Association of North America, and punch in history, you'll see a document called The Seed. The Seed explains how this acupuncture piece got started. The Seed explains, all of the losses that we experienced. They murdered our doctor, up at the clinic, simply because we're treating people and getting them off methadone using acupuncture. So they murdered him right, in our clinic. So these are the kinds of battles that we've been involved in for a long time. So when you get an acupuncture needle in your ear from an ADS collective member, you get an acupuncture needle in your ear from a Black acupuncturist, you need to know that Dr. Mutulu Shakur, the father of acupuncture in the Black community, who sparked that in 1970, and it's running all over the United States and all over the world, that you now have Black acupuncturists doing this work. So this is what this crew represents. We're going to continue to train people. We're going to continue to educate. We're going to continue to go around the country and train as many people as possible. Back in the day, the Black Panther Party with their free food and free breakfast program would talk about putting a chicken in every bag. putting a chicken in every bag. Well, we want to put an acupuncture detox specialist in every family. We want to put an acupuncture detox specialist in every community. We want to put them in every church, every organization, every youth group, every anti-violence group. We want to put an acupuncture detox specialist there. That is our task. That is what we've been doing, and we'll continue to do that. So we thank Dr. Mutulu Shakur, and his insights. We thank him for his fearlessness and the fact that he served 37 years in jail and is out now doing well. We have our treatment team that's working with him on a regular basis, myself and Dr. Tatsu, with our support from my elders, Baba Sekou and Baba Bilal and so many others. We've been able to get his health, back in order and, get him to a point where he's able to move around and live his life, and we want to make it even better. So at this point, we're doing this fundraiser so that we can continue to raise money, so that we can get some private care, so we can continue the quality care that he needs with us directing that care. So this fundraiser is about that. Well, get the money so we can hire our own people who will be taking care of him, to make sure that we understand that there's no regression. So he's not out of the woods yet. I said 7 years of fighting cancer. So every day when you're rumbling with cancer, cancer's fighting every day. So we got to be rumbling every day. And we got to be rumbling every day, in terms of, fighting that battle. Also joined us is Seeds of Revolution, my niece, Sister Fatia. Sister Fatia, that's Bilal Sunni Ali's daughter. She's definitely one of the seeds of revolution. And when we talk about some of the suffering that people go through, who's a part of the revolutionary movement, a lot of our families have suffered. A lot of our families are intimidated, harassed, locked up and beat up and all different kinds of things that our families had to endure as a result of us taking a position to fight against injustice, to fight against racism, to fight against, the powers that be, police brutality, to work, our magic, with the acupuncture needles to deal with the drugs. And dope is death. You see our brother Mutulu Shakur taking a whole kilo of dope and smashing it in the ground, because again, we're fearless. We're not scared, what it is that we need to do to address these issues, in our community. So you bring drugs to our community, we're going to talk to you about that. We ain't going to have no pleasant conversations. It's going to be nice, but we're going to talk to you about that, and any other issues. So one of the major things, and I'm going to wrap up and turn it back over to Ayos and we can start bringing people in. One of the major issues that we see in our community is Black men not stepping up. So all you Black men in this room, I know y'all, so you can't get away once I say what I say. But all you brothers in here, I implore you to get a young brother from the street, mud and water, to go into the hood on purpose and get one of them young brothers and put them up under your wing. I'm talking to every Black man in here. So I'm tired of Black men, even in this room, talking about what we're going to do, what we should do, and the young brothers is doing this, and the young brothers is doing, and you ain't got one up under your wing. Each one teach one. Each one teach one. You are your brother and sister's keeper. This is an African concept. So I don't know how far we've gotten away from who we really are as Africans. But I know right now, and even in the past, we need to bring that back and stop playing. All of this chunk business that we're dealing with, don't nobody want to say nothing to the dudes in the community, the young people in the community. These are our sons, our nieces, our nephews, these are our boys. That's right. A little bit louder, Shango, because I know you come out there with me. I know you ain't scared. I know you ain't scared. You've been out there with me in the hood, addressing them brothers and sisters, out there in the community. So again, don't not do this. It's important for everybody to do this. You, as a Black person, that's your uniform. There's a song that her father wrote called Righteous Soldiers. And it says, we're righteous soldiers and we don't need no uniform. We stand for justice and righteousness. We're righteous soldiers. We don't need no uniform. You know what I'm saying? So know that we have that. Know that we can go and do what we need to do in the community. These young brothers will listen. Okay? So let's give another round of applause for the Acupuncture Detox Specialist Collective. And I want to thank all of you all for all of your support that you've given to me, that you've given to Dr. Shakur, and that you've given to the ADS Collective. Thank you. Mama Ayo.
When we gonna sing a happy birthday?
That's later tonight.
Oh, okay.
This is Mutulu time.
Okay.
6 till 9 o'clock.
All right, Kokayi is giving me the rhythm as we go along with this program. I walked in the door and I knew I was going to MC, but I just got the instructions. So we're going to do it African style. We're going to do what they call play it by ear. So we have a brother who knows Kokayi also very well. Our brother Yango Sawyer, another one of our revolutionary warriors in our community. Works hard, always in the trenches, and always about that kind of positive energy that says that, hey, listen, you know, we believe that you all are righteous people. I don't care what you do, we're going to stand up for your rights. And we're going to stand up and we're going to make certain that you're heard. I want to introduce Brother Yango Sawyer to you. Yango, you don't have to get up if you don't want to. That's why I brought the mic over here to you. Okay. You know, you can come on.
Or he want you to do?
Come on, come on, come on, come on. You ready? Yeah, let me go slow. Here we go. Got it? Okay, come on. That's why I was bringing the mic to.
Y'all bear with
Okay, all right.
Gangster food.
And then you gotta watch this step, Yango. Here you go. Up, one, here we go. Next. Okay, got it. We made it. Okay, there you go. I appreciate you wanting to do this. Okay, there you go. You got it. All right.
That's soldier business, huh?
I'm telling you, that's what I said. I appreciate you wanting to do this. Okay, here we go. Hold the microphone.
First thing I want to say is all power to the African people. All power to the African people. I'm honored to say a few words about a powerful brother like Dr. Mutulu Shakur. Dr. Mutulu Shakur I met at Federal City College. A lot of the old timers know about Federal City College, a lot of the youngsters don't know. But if you research it, you'll find that Federal City College was one of the baddest colleges in the country. A lot of folks who have made contributions to the uplifting of our people went to Federal City College. And I met Dr. Mutulu Shakur at a drug conference we had. The name of my company was Near Umoja Incorporated. And next time I saw Dr. Mutulu Shakur was in Chicago. We organized what we called the Black Drug Abuse Workers Alliance. And I just want to say that to say that Dr. Mutulu Shakur was one of a kind. He's the brother who introduced the world to acupuncture to fight substance abuse. Let's give Dr. Kokayi a great big hand, please. Thank you. Brothers and sisters, we have a major problem in our community. And that problem is violence. Young people getting killed, old people getting killed, babies getting shot. And we have a responsibility to get involved, to see how each one of us can be a part of eliminating violence in our community. A grandmother come from San Salvador to her grandson's funeral, they killed him. A brother was at a funeral of a friend of his, they killed him. So I'm saying this here, that the responsibility of eliminating violence or decreasing violence in our community depends on you and I. Depends on you and I. Each one of us can get involved in our community by uplifting our young people. Because once a person kill a person, a week, a month, or maybe a year, they're arresting. And in Washington, D.C., if they're 16 and under, after 25 years, they'll cut them loose. In Maryland, you can be 13 and 14 years old and commit murder. You may not never see the street. It's the same thing about Virginia. We got to save our youth. Got to save our youth. One example is Dr. Kokayi Patterson. And a number of you are examples. But a number of us are scared to death of our young people. We watch them grow up, walk by the day, and don't say nothing to them. Because we are afraid of them. You can't be afraid of those that we saw grow up. We got to show love towards them and get them involved also in doing something about turning our community around. We have a responsibility to make God's creation better. Anybody agree? Thank you. Let me also say that those who are organizing in our community to make our community better, to make God's community better, a part of a classroom of God, learning, first of all, about themselves. The process that one need to go through is the process of transformation. How can we transform our lives to make our lives better and to make our community better? I want to send a shout out to my good buddy, Sister Joan Eisenberg. Where you go, Joan? Stand up, please. Joan, a great big hand. I don't know how many of you may listen to WPFW 89.3, but Joan is one of the showmakers. When I say showmaker, I'm talking about bringing folks on the show that may not never be able to talk on the radio. Joan is a great part in uplifting our community. In conclusion, I'd like to say this. The Brother Brian Lenore of the United Platform put together an organizational group called the Peacemakers. Ain't gonna take much to be a pacemaker. It only takes concern for our community. Organize our community block by block, street by street, community by community, our nation of people, and we will win this fight against violence in our community. We don't know who's next, but I know one thing: if we get involved, we may save some folks in our community. May Allah continue to bless you with greatness, and may Allah continue to bless Dr. Kokayi Patterson. Give Dr. a big hand, please. Thank you very much. God bless you. And we're going to win again. All power to the African people. Let me hear you say it. All power to the African people. Thank you.
Give Yango your love, all power to the African people. Can I get a brother to give me a little support? Can you help him? Thank you. You're welcome. Yango got so much work to do. He done beat I don't know how many different issues and concerns, and he just like Brother Bay, they keep talking about who gonna be. No, but don't let them doctors tell you what you gonna be. Cause we got a whole bunch of people in this community to show you, if you got work to do, you just keep on saying, I got work to do. And Yango's another, Yango, we thought we were gonna have you gone about 5 years ago, right? And Yango just keeps on coming back. Keeps on coming back. We have someone, Samaya, hold tight for 1 minute. We got somebody online that's supposed to come on at 8 o'clock, and she is 8 minutes late. What's her name, Dr.
Dr. Tatsu Harana, the gentleman. Dr. Tatsu.
Oh, I'm sorry, his brother. Can you introduce him?
Hello, everybody. Welcome, Dr. Tatsu Harana.
Greetings, everybody. Happy birthday, Brother Kokayi. I first met my dear brother through the Black Acupuncture Advisory Association of North America, which we are both members of. Although I did not meet him during the 70s, during the time of Lincoln Detox, it was because of Dr. Mutulu Shakur that we had crossed paths like this and bonded, and not only bonded, but became members of this organization to help promote Black acupuncture in the United States. Dr. Mutulu Shakur, I regard as the founder of Black acupuncture in North America. But it's not just acupuncture, it's liberation medicine. And if you had not read the seed online on mutuluShakur.com, it is a must, because it was through that struggle against oppression that acupuncture had developed. And it was a different kind of acupuncture. It wasn't just to learn and to get people off. Political education, consciousness raising, to understand not only your own problems, but to link your own problems to the mass problem that was occurring within the Black communities for centuries. And this was a way, not only a way to become free of addiction, but to become healthy. And it came with a philosophy and theory that's liberating. It will help you, guide you through your life. And it will take an average non-scholastic person and give them the tools to learn this medicine. We call it barefoot doctoring. Barefoot meaning that, you don't have to be a scholar to learn this. In fact, it was intended not to be directed towards scholars, but towards the masses, and to arm them with this tool to break the chains of drug addiction and to break the chains of all forms of social and economic and mental health issues. Mental health was a big factor here, and how we look at things and how we feel about ourselves and what to do. And so if you have not received acupuncture yet, when you do, you'll find this clearing. It clears your body. It makes your mind peaceful. And in that peace, you start to see things more clearly. This is the liberating aspect, health-wise. It just makes you calm, takes down the anxiety and stress, which is a big part of oppression. And so I am honored today to speak and to wish my brother, Dr. Kokayi Patterson, a happy birthday. We got to work and meet for the first time when he came out here to help Dr. Mutulu Shakur in his recovery. And it was like meeting somebody that I've known for a long time. It was that kind of bond and connection. And he just left not too long ago. He was here for a while and he had to leave and he came back again. This was his dedication and love towards Dr. Mutulu Shakur in helping our brother to get well. He has been given this diagnosis of cancer and at an advanced stage. So we worked very hard and it was working. If you would have saw his face, Dr. Mutulu Shakur's face when he first got out of prison, and now you'll see a tremendous difference. There's color in his face. Anyway, again, I don't want to take too much time here, but happy birthday, my brother. And I shall see you again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Your words were very elegant. Thank you so much. I wish y'all could see this brother. He's sharp. You might see him. He's clear-eyed. Say his name again.
Dr. Tatsu Harano.
Dr. Thompson Orlando. Thank you, sir.
That is Dr. Tatsuo Harano.
Dr. Tatsu.
That is my first name. Tatsu can be also used, but it's Tatsuo.
Tatsu. Nice meeting you,
Thank you.
sir. Bless you, sir. All right, brother Tatsu. Very, very eloquent. Yeah, Dr. Mutulu has done a lot to help a whole lot of people, and so is Dr. Kokayi. So we're grateful that all of us as healers are gathered here today to honor both of them. And let's continue. We got to really raise the kind of money that's going to bring Dr. Mutulu back. So we need everyone's support. Right now, we're going to the stage a sister who is a very sincere sister also in our community, who has been spitting out some poetry, word weaving, connecting the dots between wellness and culture, helping us understand our ancestral legacy through her poetry. And she's accompanied by Brother Shango, who also brings another dimension to her words and her message. And I appreciate her because she's also a wellness advocate and she works with massage and she works with herbs and she's just a powerful, powerful sister who's been part of our ADS collective, Sister Samaya, Brother Shango.
Greetings, everyone. It's good to be here. I'm going to stand up and sit down. I'm thankful to be here today, to be with Mama Ayo, my spiritual mother, and Baba Kokayi, my spiritual father. So I'm very honored to be here and share poetry with you all, among these elders that have helped me in my life and be where I am today. Thank you. Today I'm going to share some poetry. Here's Brother Shango. Peace. And I trust you all will enjoy. But first, I did breathologist sports training 1 and 2 with Mama Ayo. So we're gonna do some breathing for about 15 seconds. I only have 5 minutes. So I would like everyone to sit up tall in their chairs. Okay. We're gonna put a hand on our belly, thumb on the belly button, and cradle under the belly button. We're gonna sit up straight. And we're going to take a deep cleansing breath in through the nose, and we're going to fill up the belly, expand the belly. And we're going to exhale through the mouth. All right. Deep cleansing breath in through the nose, fill up the belly. Exhale through the mouth. All right, we're going to do one more deep cleansing breath in through the nose. We're going to fill the belly. Exhale. Mutulu Shakur. Mutulu Shakur. Mutulu Shakur. Mutulu Shakur. Mutulu Shakur. Mutulu Shakur. Ah. People, so grateful, full of life. Oh, my African people, let's strive. Oh, my African people, so great, so full of life. Oh, my African people, it's time to think about your health, wealth, no alcohol and drugs. Stop the violence, we are one. Stop the violence, we are one. Stop. Unity, South Africa. Unity, Senegal, Gambia. Unity, Ghana, Nigeria. Unity, Trinidad, Indonesia. Unity, Barbados, Jamaica. Unity, Cuba, Dominica. Stop the violence, we are one. Stop the violence, we are one. Stop, stop, we are one. Stop the violence, we are one. Stop the violence, we are one. Stop, stop, we are one. Mutulu Shakur, 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 Mutulu Shakur. I question how long will I live. I was raised not to trust the pig. The pigs, gunning, lynching, taking us out, feeding us GMO foods, raping us out. Nothing is real in their reality. Got me hesitant to eat a fresh apple from the tree. Adam and Eve apparently could not see the falsehood truth of what was hidden beneath. No longer comfortable in the shower, the water is not clean. It comes from the sewer. Know what I mean? People drawing on faces. We need to learn how to embrace us. We're looking to be famous. All they care to do is blame us for anything. They've gotten too used to pulling us by their own strings. Wake up, Black people. Put down the chicken wings. Soda and chips, eating the high cholesterol dips, filtering your mind with poison, smoking cigarettes, equivalent to a child that plays with toys, and all it does is blacken your lungs. Black is something you already have. No need to step backwards to own what you already have. It's a silent war, more deadly than guns and knives, bombs that strive to take out nations. Black men growing to be gay sons of loving mothers, and to my brothers behind the bars, caged, full of rage, silenced. African nation, wake up! We are suffering. Wake up! We are suffering. Wake up! We are the strength. To my sisters, put down the cups, heal the children of our nation. You hold the essence of creation between those down thighs, laying with multiple men off the high, green smoke, spending money on foolishness until your pockets go broke. Who will heal this coming generation? This is not about patience, silent war, silent deaths. This is critical. Mutulu Shakur, 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 Mutulu Shakur. All right, just 15 seconds. He's a hood doctor, practically a martyr, living for the people, son, mothers, daughters, doing agriculture with the silver needles, healing one by one, you know that we need him. He's a hood doctor, practically a martyr, living for the people, son, mothers, daughters, doing agriculture with the silver needles, healing one by one, you know that we need him. He's a hood doctor, yeah.
Mayor Dr. Kokayi said, everybody got 5 minutes, okay? So that's why I'm saying, yeah, come on, but he gave you your extra 5 minutes, and you can hood doctor him, so that's a blessing. Brother Russell, we is another long-term supporter of the African Holistic Health Association and another warrior in our community who has worked with all sorts of community-based projects, primarily the African Children's Party that we have every year, that I'm so proud to be a part of that and so proud to know you. And he's with his brother, his wonderful sister here, Teresa, brother.
Sante Salama. Peace and blessings to you. We commend you for all the wonderful work you've done over the years, all the way back to Positive Energy. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And Black Love Day. So let's give Mama Ayo Andy a hand.
wonderful, beautiful city. And I'm Father Ross Speakway. I'm here to represent the United Black Community Organization I've been a member of and chairperson for a number of years, since 1975. And also I'm representing the DC Pan-African Council of Elders organization here in DC that provides counseling and mentoring to many of our wonderful people here in the community. So it's an honor, privilege, and a pleasure to be here tonight to pay tribute and to give thanks to all of you who come tonight. And let's give each other a hand for being here tonight. The divine spiritual blessings, peace, love, power, cosmic African vibration, joy, happiness, and the spirit of our wonderful brother, Dr. Mutulu Shakur, who we're honoring here tonight, and also brother Dr. Kokayi Patterson, host of this program and a wonderful warrior in our community. So we call our people warriors, healers, builders, who set the course for many of us here in the community, who dedicated their lives to bringing about liberation, bringing about freedom, uplifting our people and raising our level of consciousness with their wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And Brother Yango Sawyer, good brother, so good to see you, my brother. Still hanging in here, man. Yes, indeed. I used to see Baba Shango down at Brother Bay's all the time, getting that good, delicious food, nutritious, because we say food is our medicine, and our medicine is our food. So it's very important. But we're here to honor Dr. Mutulu Shakur, a pioneer in the art of acupuncture, a healing science that has saved many lives in the community. He started out in New York, in Bronx, he worked at the Lincoln Institute in New York, and he's just been a wonderful person who has provided our community with all kinds of services through his acupuncture programs, his healing modalities, and his encouragement and wisdom over the years. So I stand in honor of him, and we are indeed privileged to have him in our midst and to be back after 37 years of captivity. Let's give Brother Dr. Mutulu Shakur a big hand. I mean, he weathered an incarceration that was not just. He was fighting for the liberation of our people, and we all must continue to do that. Sacrifice our lives, give our energies toward building a stronger nation. So I want to say something silent to everyone. Peace and blessing, and all praises to Brother Dr. Mutulu Shakur and to Kokayi Patterson. Something silent, peace and blessing. Please.
Thank you, Baba. Asante Sana to you too. Next we have another freedom fighter. It's a whole lot of serious people in this audience. A whole lot of serious people. I'm so honored to be a part of this. We have a sister who has endured so much. Sister Pam Africa is with us, and her husband, Liza Wiley. Liza Pine is her husband. He's gonna come up with her, I hope. I was told to make certain that everybody understands we only have 5 minutes, so y'all might have to, I don't know, switch your 5 minutes. I see your people. Well, I want her to go ahead and start, if I can, because she needs to start. She got some challenges. Dealing with right now, so I'm just grateful that she's here to speak. Come on up, buddy. So now that she's here, I don't want her to have to.
She's got a problem with her throat and she can't speak loud. She will say hello, I guess. Which simply means I seek refuge and Allah from Satan and curse. And in my heart and mind, I say I seek refuge in the Creator from the madness that we are forced to live in. We are, I'm with Nation Time Judicial Research, and we'll be honored to have a fundraiser for Dr. Mutulu Shakur, May the 5th in Philadelphia. So we don't need a whole lot of 5 minutes. We'd like to see a lot of y'all down there. Because everywhere I know he's gonna have a fundraiser, if I can get there, inshallah, I'm gonna be there. Right. You know what I mean? Because he deserves that. You know, and more. So I'm just, like I said, I'm with Nation Time Judicial Research, and all we do is legal research for indigent individuals, and their only crime is they got no money.
Look, it's important for y'all to understand real clear about struggle, about revolution. Be clear that this is serious stuff that we're involved in our community. I don't want y'all to think that this is just a TV show or we got some social activities and stuff going on, because that's not what this is. This is not a social gathering. We got food, we got smoothies, we got drumming, poetry, music, but we got some brothers, Jamil Alameen and Mumia Abu Jamal, who are in jail. And we sitting down here, relaxed. Remember that these are individuals who committed their entire lives to us, to me and you. You don't even know them. They don't even know you. But if you're a black and brown person in this country, that's who these two brothers right here have been fighting for forever and ever and ever, and still fighting today. They denied my man his final appeal. I'm down in South Carolina with Bilal Sekou. We just bust out crying. I was just telling Pam about it. That means that they want him, just like they want to Sekou and everybody else, to die in jail. So be clear who this is right here. Be clear who this brother is and what they represent. The hard work that this sister's been doing all around the country for years and years and years, making sure that people understood what MOVE was. She stayed on the move. She stayed on the move. And a lot of those brothers and sisters are now home because of this sister's work right here. So give Pam Africa another round of applause. And it can't even be big enough. A big black round of applause, y'all. I just want you to know what a soldier is. Okay, this is a soldier right here. Okay, and I love her. And as long as she stands, I'ma stand. And we're gonna bring Mumia home. That's right. We're gonna bring Mumia home. Say it. Bring Mumia home again. Bring Mumia home again. Bring Mumia home. One more time. Bring Mumia home. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, brother.
Pam Africa, your husband, I appreciate you. I'm just so honored to see you again. If you know anything about MOVE, you know all about Pam Africa. Solid citizen. Solid. Where I am. Lucy, we're gonna bring up one other person in front of you. I had already promised her. Okay. Dr. You want to come on up with the dancers and drummers now? Are you ready? Where are you? There you are.
Ready, Doc?
Okay, so while Doc is coming up, I'm going to say that I was so honored because Sister Samaya is a certified breathologist. And when I see, like Dr. Kokayi, he's mentoring young people to follow his footsteps. To see the sister do what I do all the time, take one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly and take a deep breath. That was really, really encouraging for me. So we have certified over 250 optimal life breathologists, and Dr. Kokayi has certified over 100, I think, or more mentees. If I'm like him, I'm saying, I'm 71. I really didn't do this because the Creator said, you're going to be the only one doing this work. All of us who have a passion and a purpose should be finding some young person to start training them and being their mentor. So please, that was extremely important to me. So I don't see him coming up. So while he is coming up, I'm gonna take y'all on another little breath journey while we're waiting for him. So I want everybody to stand up just for a minute. Come on, everybody, stand up. He'll be up in a minute. And we're gonna do a relaxing breath. Okay, I'm just filling in space. Okay, he's coming up. Okay, I want everybody to lean forward. I want you to have your hands forward. Okay, on the count of 3, just follow me. Okay, just gonna energize all of us. Have your feet shoulder length apart, hands out. On the count of 3, I don't need it. Gonna go. Ha, 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 ha. Put some energy into people. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, just feel for a minute, gather the energy, feel the energy that you all have created in this room. This is the energy you want to create every single moment of your life. Because African people, we've come a long way. We got a long way to go. Come on, Dr. You bless us with your rhythms. Dr. You is an herbalist. Give him a big hand. Okay, can we guide y'all a little bit? And I'm a breathologist. Dr. You, I love you and I appreciate you. Shall I give you the mic?
Peace, everyone. All right, so I'm by myself today, but I represent the Collective Health Initiative, or the CHI. I also represent the Meet Dembaya African Drum and Dance Ensemble, and also, of course, for the African Holistic Health Association. So I want to play a tribute rhythm, something that's based on a traditional rhythm from Guinea called Sofa. And Sofa is traditionally played for the people who show their courage and their bravery in battle. You know, so I feel that this is an appropriate thing when we're talking about Dr. Mutulu Shakur, when we're talking about Dr. Kokayi, and many of the people I see in this room today. So this is a dedication to you all. Hope you enjoy.
Over that. Well, we blew it. No, you don't. Oh. Let's get it. I guess we'll do it. Okay. Yeah, I got Doc over there. I don't know. We don't know. Give me my red, black, and gray hat. Okay. You want me? We both don't know that you trying to work it out. Yeah, can you hear that? All these uniforms. Maybe I should turn. Muted. We muted. No, it don't even have to be facing you. Oh, this one is just. Oh, look. Unmuted. If I push that button, it'll unmute. Can you hear them though? Nothing. This takes too much. It's turned all the way up. Oh no, you're not muted on here. Hello, brothers and sisters. Hello, brothers and sisters. I'm your comrade, Mutulu Shakur. I've become hungry. They not even on there no more? It seems like your phone has gone dead.
We're not, just keep on talking, Mutulu.
I hear you, Bilal.
Everybody's muted, so we're listening to you. Our phones are not dead, we're muted. So please keep on talking. Thank you. Walaikum alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Sister Cleo Silver, how you doing? They're working it out.
So, you know,
Watch out.
You're doing fine, comrade. It's wonderful to see you.
We used to, Dr. You being with a dance troupe that need them buy a dance troupe. So they bad. So we got another warrior sister now, who been in the trenches for a long time. A whole lot of us been in these trenches, so we rising up. Sister Lucy Murphy, revolutionary songstress and a person in her own right who has signed her way to justice forums and liberation circles around the city and around the country. Sister Lucy, bring your sisters up. We look forward. Sister Lucy Murphy.
No, we're gonna cause feedback. We're gonna sing from here. I'm here with my leader, Eric Sheptop, the homeless advocate. Sydney Alexander. No, we're gonna sing.
They don't want to.
You all gonna help us, and if you can't see us, you can't help us. So, and this is Melissa Strover.
She know what she wants.
Melissa Strover from Inspired Child and a few other creative endeavors. Hold on.
The mic going green. The mic on the right is it going? No, inside. Is it going green?
Yeah. This one.
You see green?
Keep your eyes on the prize.
Keep talking. What we eating today? Keep it up. They'll get me off. my brothers and my sisters.
Oh,
I gotta get this straight.
only was all that died. Like keep your bride. The jail door opened and they walked out. Keep your eyes on the prize. Oh no, oh no, oh no. From the Black Workers and Wellness Center on Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue Southeast. We're having a grand opening on Monday from 2 to 5 at 2500 Martin Luther King Jr. Avenue Southeast, zip code 20020, so you can put it in your GPS. Thank you, Sister Ayo.
Okay. And the thank you, Sister Lucy Murphy, and the crew, thank you so much. Yes, I'm gonna try to make that for DC Emancipation Day. Yeah. We will be remiss without giving the affirmation Ramadan Mubarak. Right. Okay. And we would also be remiss without wishing everyone a great Resurrection Sunday last week. We have Sister Joni Eisenberg, another one of these warrior women coming up. WPFW coming up, Joni. Brother St. Gorbaye, UNIA representative and a warrior man all by himself. Let's give Sister Joni appreciation. Right behind Joni, the PCK, he's coming up. We have Dr. Akmal Muwakil coming up. So please, everybody stay there. And Damien, I saw you come in, and who else we got? I think we get near the end of this program. Oh, and we got a couple of people online. Who else you got online? Oh, for real? When does he want to speak? Okay, so Johnny, we're gonna have to ask you a second. I'm so apologetic. Okay, don't go. You can sit right in. Okay. Now there's all this seniors running back and forth. We have a surprise. We have a surprise for. Okay, I need to. We are so honored. We have Dr. Mutulu Shakur on the line. And he's going to speak to us. We need to give him our undivided attention. I'm so glad you were able to come and do something for him. And as you hear him speak, everyone, when I spoke of what we see we can create, what we believe we can achieve, I want everyone in your hearts to see him healthy, whole, and healed. I want you to literally see the image of him healthy, whole, and healed. everything that's been going on with him over 40 years, all healthy, whole, and healed. If you see it, you can create it, because the mind is more powerful. If you can feel it and hold it in your heart, send him love and light. Send him your breath, send him your energy. Because he sacrificed a lot for us. Now it's time to give him what he needs. Send him light. Send him the awareness that we know that he supported us. That we don't take it in vain. That we don't take any political prisoner who has sacrificed his life. Shouldn't take anybody who's in this room who's been working.
I don't know.
People. Don't take
I was reading the side.
Yeah, I mean, I pushed him.
anybody off the effort to do more.
Yeah.
The people need to be appreciated. Speak their name, Reverend. And so don't hold your breath. Everybody breathe easy. Be effortless. Put a smile on your face while you're holding that image. No, and truly, it's all about
Say,
you.
can you speak?
Yeah, say hello.
Hello.
Doc,
Dr.
we want
Shakur.
to ask everybody for 1 minute. This is Bilal. We want to ask everybody for 1 minute to unmute and make some noise. Make some noise and show Dr. Mutulu Shakur how much you love him, because the silent mics is confusing right now. We want you to take mute off and make some noise and let him know how much you love him, and then we'll let him speak. Please.
Hey.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Dr. Shakur, for everything you did.
Hey, Mutulu. There you go.
We don't love him like that. We don't love him, hey, hey, hi, hi, Dr. Mutulu. We love him, yeah. We love him, yeah.
Yes.
We love him, yeah. Everybody shouting and screaming. 36 years in prison.
I say.
Say nothing. 30 years in prison. He needs to hear y'all, hear you from the bottom of your hearts. Holler out loud. Let him know. Tell him that you love him, that you love him, that you love him. Unmute and tell him that you love him right now.
Well, I'll go first. Peace and love to you, King. Welcome home. Thank you for all your sacrifices. You are much loved, much needed, and we send our love to you, brother. Peace and light to you, my brother. Peace and love and light.
I said.
Yeah.
You are so much love, my brother.
Go ahead, work it out, Mutulu. Mutulu,
you can hear me now.
We can hear you now, King.
Go ahead, Doc. I'm with you.
Everybody good?
Yes, we are.
Yes, we are, love.
Better now, we can hear you.
Well, we got a happy birthday to brother Dr. Kokayi Patterson. And I would be disrespectful if I didn't come out here and celebrate my little brother's birthday. Once he became my little brother, and he didn't pass that 71, now he my big brother. I want to say he works hard. He's a hard working 71. He been out here working 3 or 4 jobs, trying to see if I'm gonna make it or not. He know I'm gonna make it, cause he's putting all his work into it, plus all the work that he's got to do in DC and South Carolina and all over. I honor him because he was there in the beginning. He has pure, unadulterated love for our people. And like I always say, love is a doing thing. It's something you do. You can't just keep saying, I love you, and slow down the train. You gotta say, I love you, and this is what it looks like. We got many brothers that he has used his birthday to honor. Brother Jamil Alameen is a very interesting prisoner of war of our struggle. I dare say he kicked it all off. From the woods of Mississippi, the ghettos in New York, to the structure of Atlanta, Brother Jamil Alameen was out here. We need to get to studying how the law against free speech was orchestrated against the brother. They created a law for him called free speech law. He couldn't go places and speak because they alleged that he started riots and a whole lot of other things. When he would get off a bus and go into a community to see what the community's needs were, the police authorities would say he violated the Wrap Brown law. The Wrap Brown law. One of the first times a law named after a freedom fighter was used to curtail that freedom fighter's freedom to speak. And people would say, well, what you gonna do, Rap? What you gonna do, Rap? And he just looked at him. He said, come on to the rally, you'll see. And we all younger than him was gonna go to that rally and see him kick it off. When he got up on the stage and it was his chance to speak, he took his lighter or a match and stuck it up in the air and lit it. He didn't say a word. He just flashed that light, and boy, did we go crazy. We went crazy. He outsmarted him. It showed and it demonstrated a lot of ingenuity. It demonstrated how we know and love our people. It demonstrated how we will not be curtailed for fighting for our freedom. That's in the late 60s. All the Black Power rallies and all of that we were doing to try to bring attention to our oppression. And Rap would take his match and light it. And that whole community would just go, wow. I'm proud to say I was down there. In many spots, we were motivated by that great brother. He has so many historic stories that we must put into context now. We honor him, we honor his family, we honor his religion. And he's looking for some support. But what I'm telling you is what I told him. He's not only a freedom fighter, he's a political prisoner, captured time after time and put in these dismal crypts. And he's still pushing. And he's not a prisoner of war because I think we got the best army in the world. No. He's a prisoner of war because his action fell within the confines of what we call, or what they call, just war. He never violated human rights. There were many times that he could have violated the oath of war. But no, he stuck to the ground rules. He never shot nobody while they was in handcuffs. He always tried to plead for us to act dignified. He's a bad brother. And when not in combat, he began to fight in a civilian way, free people, protect the people. So I like Jay-Z, I like Noah, I like J-Rue. There's a lot of beautiful brothers. I like Zayd Malik, who are beautiful storytellers about struggle. But how can I like them and not respect the king of that? Brad Brown is our freedom fighter because he lived by universal law. And we owe it to him to expose the many atrocities committed against him and to use international law to bring attention to that brother and see about getting him to come home. I know you people love him. I know you love the rap. So in honor of our struggle, we honor Winnie Mandela. We honor the Truth and Reconciliation Commission carried out in Zimbabwe and South Africa. We owe that kind of recognition to this brother. The people are holding their hands up high. We feel victorious. So let's get busy. The work don't stop. Don't take no easy victories. They'll walk right over you. This has been a long struggle, scattered with so many beautiful brothers and sisters. I honor all of y'all and thank you for the work you put in for my freedom. I say to you all, happy birthday to Brother Kokayi. Aim high and go all out. Let's free our freedom fighters. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for letting me talk.
Thank you, Doctor. We love you. You know that. And we want to make sure that everybody understands what was just heard. You know, we just put the call out for everybody to continue to work, Doc, and we're going to continue to that in your behalf. And I personally want to thank you for everything that you've done in our community and leading the way for us to do the work that we're doing. I say to you, free the land. Assalamu alaikum. Let's give Doc a hand.
Mics and holler. Go ahead, unmute your mics and holler for the brother. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Go ahead. You have permission to unmute your mics right now and let the brother know what's up.
Thank you. Fighter
we are political prisoners.
I've been asked to bring him on next to me, Jody. Look, Kokayi wanted to make certain that Brother Odingo, Shakur Odingo, another freedom fighter who's been incarcerated for his views, his efforts. Baba, can you come and let us honor you too and your lovely wife, Shakur Odingo. Yebo. Assalamu alaikum.
You miss.
Keep it coming, keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. Y'all have all heard the stories and all that, but it's about the work. It's about the work. Yes, he served 30-something years. Yes, he was tortured, by the powers that be, you understand, and still maintained, his righteous beliefs and support for our community. So one more hand, let's hear it for Baba Shakur Odingo.
Peace. Assalamu alaikum. Varagani. Free the land. I'm glad to be here. I am going to take up much of your time. I'm going to be here for 2-3 minutes. But I just wanted to honor Brother Kokayi, my little brother. Say happy birthday to him. That's what I come down here to do, to wish him a happy birthday. And to say a few words about my other little brother, Mutulu Shakur. We started out a long time ago. I met Mutulu when he was about 13 years old. When we were running around in South Jamaica, Queens. I ain't gonna tell you what we were doing, but we were heading towards this here moment right here. We done struggled together, we fought together, we did some good things together. Few wasn't so good, but this brother Mutulu Shakur I'm talking about is someone who's been struggling his whole life. I became a conscious citizen of the Republic of New Africa through Mutulu Shakur. He's the one that first talked to me about RNA. And he was a teenager then. I was in my 20s. He was a youngster organizing me. And I was an organizer myself, and I was the head of the Black Panther Party in New York at the time. Or one of the heads. I was the Bronx, head of the Bronx section leader of the Bronx. Anyhow, I just wanted to say that this brother here deserves our respect, deserves our support, deserves all we can give him. He's sick now. He needs money for doctors. He needs money for traveling. He needs money to eat. He needs money for clothes. I don't know if you all know, when you come home from prison, you come home with nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean nothing but clothes on your back and that little $40 they put in your pocket. And that's it. He's being supported by the people that he supported. We are them. We're the ones he went to prison for the struggle to free us, the struggle. I guess you all know that Assata Shakur was freed through the struggles of the family who Mutulu Shakur was part of. She wouldn't have been home now. We wouldn't be singing these songs about Assata Shakur and praising her if it wasn't for brothers like Mutulu Shakur, who put his life on the line to make sure that she came home and at least would not spend the rest of her life in some dirty gulag in these crackers prisons. So I think whatever we can give him and continue to give him, we should not just give him $1 a day, but promise or make a commitment to give him $10 a month, $20 a month, $100 a month, whatever you can give him. He deserves. You can't give him too much. Whatever you give him, he can use and deserve. He deserves every bit that he can get. So that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to come up here and say a few words about Dr. Mutulu Shakur and the reasons why we should support him, because he supported us. He struggled for us, and it's our turn now to struggle for him and all our political prisoners. He was part of a movement. He is part of a movement. I'm part of a movement of people that have struggled all their lives. Like they were just talking about Jamil Alameen. We used to call him Rap Brown. Another one. All of these political prisoners, prisoners of war, deserve our struggle, deserve our support, deserve us doing everything we can to bring them home. And once they get home, they deserve our support to survive these streets. And like I said, they come home without anything. So we got to give them what we can. So that's all I want to say. Thank you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it. Diego, it's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in so many years, man.
Not only does, Mutulu need to support all of our political prisoners, prisoners of war, and ex-political prisoners and ex-prisoners of war still need support. The State Full Thing being one of them. So just be clear that just because Mutulu is home, he's doing well, we want to make sure that he continues to do well. So we definitely need continued support to make sure that we continue to enhance his health. Thank you, Baba Sekou.
Johnny, did you leave us? Okay, please. And if you did, I wouldn't blame you. I want to introduce a friend of mine. This is Johnny Eisenberg. Wow. A friend of ours, right. And so Joni's a little powerhouse warrior who's part of the WPFW family. And if it wasn't for WPFW, a lot of us would not get a chance to broadcast half our information. Joni has her own support efforts in the community for years and years, the lives of racism, against political repression, and I'm just gonna let you introduce yourself because your work is big and broad. Here you go. Give Joni a round of applause.
He was one of the first people I met when I came here in 1979, and I was with the Alliance of Racism. But I want to first of all thank Brother Kokayi. I remember when I first met Brother Kokayi way back in the 80s, he was talking about Mutulu Shakur then. And he told me what Mutulu Shakur had done in Lincoln Hospital in the South Bronx in the 1970s, using acupuncture to treat people with substance. So we're very proud of Kokayi for what he's done all these years and what he's doing today and helping to strengthen Mutulu Shakur. I also wanted to acknowledge 3 ancestors that are with us right here in the room. First of all, many of you remember Brother Bay, and Kokayi treated and helped Brother Bay for many of his difficult days and helped to strengthen him. I also want to acknowledge, though, someone else who some of you may not remember, but Prim David.
Yeah, Prim David.
Was a very important person in this community, but a very important person to Kokayi. He was a healer. He used many different kinds of healing modalities. He was a beautiful person. And I must say, Kokayi might not want me to say, but he was kind of like a father to Kokayi. And it was the way I remember it, it was Kokayi and Prim David who first started AWA, African Holistic Health Association.
Right.
And this, I'm blessed to have this necklace here, which was Prim David's. He left us too soon, but he is with us very much now in this room. And he's also very proud of Kokayi. And the third ancestor I want to acknowledge, also in the room, is Brother Ron Clark.
Yeah.
With RAP Incorporated. And Kokayi also worked tirelessly with Ron Clark and RAP Incorporated, which really has gone down in history for the liberation medicine, liberation healing that RAP Incorporated did. And it was, and Ron Clark also left us just a few years ago, but it was Kokayi who brought in so many healers to RAP Incorporated, whether they were talking about health and eating, whether they were talking about acupuncture, many different healing modalities Kokayi brought to RAP Incorporated. So we want to thank again Kokayi and Ron Clark for the work they did with RAP Incorporated, a legendary organization in DC. And I think that's just about it. I want to say one more thing though. If it was up to me, and maybe some of you could help me with this, I wish the WPFW could dedicate a day or a half a day or some kind of way that we could help raise money for Mutulu Shakur.
Come on, clap on that one. WPFW, you gotta hear that. They all the way downtown.
I'm gonna be honest with you all. I would need some help with that. And if anyone can step up. Yes. Nikichi,
She's stepping up.
Trying to help me. That's fabulous. And thank you so much, because I think we could do it if a group of us, I mean, there's no reason why we shouldn't do it. We should be able to raise money for Mutulu Shakur. And speaking of, and I also want to acknowledge Akmal Wakil, who was very much with Kokayi and Prim David for many, many years. They were with us on WPFW for years and years. So again, we're proud of Kokayi and proud of Yango too. Yango Sawyer as well. So thank you everybody. And we're gonna try to see if we could get PFW to do that.
Give Tony a hand. I had a show on PFW. She was my producer. She talked about Ron Clark Rap Incorporated. Started a drug program here in Washington, D.C. in 1970. And Dave, come on up. And I went into that drug treatment program myself, being addicted to heroin and methadone and all that stuff at age 17 years of age. Y'all already know how old I am because y'all heard my birthday. You know. But Ron Clark, in 1970, when I walked into the drug treatment program to get help for myself, I saw somebody getting acupuncture. This 2 years before I meet my brother Mutulu. And they was doing acupuncture in there. I thought they was out there damn mind. I said, these people crazy. I think I'm gonna come to this drug treatment program. They sticking people up with stuff. You know, I stayed, as y'all can tell. Okay, I stayed, you know, and it changed and transformed. But they never continued with the acupuncture. It was just like a little training program they did for like a week. 2 years later, I meet Dr. Shakur in 1970 in Gary, Indiana, at the founding convention of what we know now as the Black Caucus, called the Black Assembly back then. And that's where I met Dr. Shakur and Ron Clark, who Joni was talking about. It was me and Ron who went down to New Orleans, and me and Ron and Mutulu Shakur met, and we put together, Mutulu's still online now, and we put together a program called BAD, Blacks Against Drugs. And the reason why Ron Clark had used the acupuncture in 1970 one time for a week at his program is because, again, there was a lot of revolutionary fervor in the air. And a lot of that was connected to China and Mao Zedong and the barefoot doctors. And they had what? A major opium problem across the country. What did they use? Acupuncture and herbs. How did Dr. Kokayi, or how did Dr. Mutulu get into it? He met a sister, Yuri Kochiyama. Yes, absolutely. One of our Japanese revolutionary sisters, you understand? And took Mutulu Shakur down to Chinatown so he could acupuncture for one of his children that were in an accident and were paralyzed. And Mutulu picked that up and took it right back to Lincoln Detox. That's why we're doing acupuncture around the world today. So I want to stop there and pass the mic to my sister Dave. She does so much work in our community. Just happens to be the wife of Bob Sekou Odinga, who just spoke. So I'm going to turn the mic over to her. She has to say a few words. So please let's welcome her.
So I want to say thank you to you. But before I do, I want to say, hey, Brother Mutulu, I see your beautiful face there, and I just want to give you some love and some greetings and let you know that this place is filled with people who are carrying on your work as healers. There's so many healers here. And I just wanted to say, this is a beautiful gathering. I want to thank Dr. Kokayi for the Kokayi. Can you stop moving for a minute? I want to say thank you for the work that you do on behalf of not just our veteran freedom fighters and former political prisoners, but the work that you are continuing to do on behalf of our communities and people in need. Capitalism has a way of making things unaffordable, real healing unaffordable. Most people can't afford acupuncture or healthy food or good food, and you make that possible. So that is so important. And so you are continuing the revolutionary work and the revolutionary healing that Dr. Mutulu Shakur participated in. So I want you to know that we see you, we honor you, we love you. We wish you a happy, happy birthday and so many more. And we thank you for doing this, right? And I also want to say thank you to the healers in here. I had a treatment. I came in here with a cane, Brother Mutulu. I came in here with the cane because I was in so much pain. I had a treatment from Dr. Kokayi. Then I had some oil from a sister that, and I hope y'all visit her table. She has some healing teas and she has some other stuff back there. Please visit her table. I drank some of her delicious teas, and my daughter teases me because I'm always into the way things taste. If it don't taste good, I don't want it, right? She says, Mommy, that's not how it works. But I want you to know that sister's medicinal teas, they taste very, very. And then I'm standing there and this brother, Dr. Copeland, hears me talking about the pain, and he's a healer with his hands. So he put his hands on my foot, on my ankle that was in severe pain. That was eliminated somewhat with the acupuncture, and I know I need more treatments. And he did what he did, the oil that the sister put on my foot. I am walking around here right now without the cane that I came in here with, and I've been using for the past several days. So, Brother Mutulu, thank you for letting people know that African indigenous arts of healing are what the people need, and that we need to go back to that, and we need to serve the people with that. So we honor you, Brother Mutulu, and we thank you for your work. And Dr. Kokayi, we thank you and all the people that put this event together, all the healers that are in the space, and all of you that are here. So thank you so much. And Brother Kokayi, thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak.
Mama, Queen, Mama Day Queen. I appreciate her. I love her already. Everybody turn to somebody to the side and say, I love you. Yeah. And mean it. Turn to the opposite side and say, I love you to that person too. Give them some black love. Brother over there with your hands folded. Come on now, get with it. Yeah. That's you. You know, we were separated, so we need to really be connected when we can connect. So if we don't do no more than give each other love and eye contact, okay, that's right. I love all you black people. I love black people. I love black people. Come on, Brother Senghor. Senghor, bye, yay. This is my man right here. I love him.
We ain't got to say much more. I'm Kokayi's twin brother that y'all didn't know he had. But let me do this. Now, this is very important. Our ancestors are waiting and watching. See, I'm an African and I believe in life to life. But we are spiritual beings having a physical experience. But it's not for you to do folly and not know your mission. In life, in order for you to have life after life, you got to do the right thing in this life. Brother Mutulu was taken away from us physically for 37 years, but he's back with us, right? And he's strong, ain't lost a beat, continue to move. So Urugu can't take away that blacktricity that's in you and me. So understand, no matter how bad it may seem, that we rule the world. We just are on the bottom now, rising back to the top. But ain't nothing in this world that didn't come from us first. Even Urugu came from us. Y'all hear what I said? So you don't have no excuse now. The universe is calling us. The Most High is calling us. Your inner being is calling you to raise your blacktricity. It is nothing that we cannot achieve. Garvey said, up you mighty race, we can accomplish what we will. You got to get that slavery off your mind, and it'll come off of your behind. As they say, free your mind and your ass will follow. We don't got time now, brothers and sisters. It ain't the young people, it's the older folks. And not all of them, because many of us have committed our lives to this. But many of our older folks have made many mistakes and got us in this condition that we're in now for 800 and some odd years. But I'm here to tell you, work is going on in Africa, and I know what I'm talking about. I don't got time to break it down to you, but good work is going on. Don't pay attention to the Urugu news, and you worry about what BRICS and what NATO and all that foolishness. It's what we got to do. So as Kokayi said earlier, this is serious business. He didn't call you for a social hour. He didn't call you to celebrate his Earth Day, even though happy Earth Day, Kokayi, around the sun, brother. Happy Earth Day. But as we always say, we're going to be hellfire warriors when we're no longer here because we're warring while we're here. But don't wait for that time when you're called back home. It's time for you to get up off your apathy. And I'm not just talking to y'all, I'm talking to the whole world. Because if you claim it, if you put it in the universe, and if you work on it, you can make it happen. Y'all know during the transatlantic slave trade, many people didn't think we was going to get back to where we are today in 2023. We here, ain't we? Many have died. Many are dying. Blood is running out while we sit here right now. We even watching our babies, our young children, our African women be taken out of this physical life because we haven't stood up to be the real warriors that we've been called to be. But we can change this thing. Like I said, it ain't about me, he, or she. Get off of them egos, particularly the organizational egos. I spoke to the provincial governor of the Republic of New Africa because the Republic of New Africa and the UNIA and all the progressive groups got to come together and really build the movement like it's supposed to be. So don't go out of here and say, well, I'm with that and I ain't with this. You're supposed to be with everybody that's in the movement. And as we would talk about the healers in here, every one of us is a healer. One should know how to do the healing for yourself. So I'm going to leave you here now. But I ain't going to leave you. You're going to see me and you'll speak because it ain't about me, he, or she. It's about the ancestors. And it's more about ancestors than it is us. And many of our ancestors gave their lives. Like what Kokayi is doing is emulating the work of ancestors. Brother Mutulu Shakur, let me say, Brother Mutulu, thank you for standing firm and never giving in. Because, of course, these brothers are still standing firm, right, and we want them free. We want every political prisoner in the United States of snakes and anywhere in the world to be taken out. Free them all. Prison. And if they don't get taken out in just time, once we rise, we're going to take them out. And anything in the way trying to hold them. And y'all don't think that we cannot do that. Because Earth is just a rock in the sky. And the whole universe is full of blacktricity, and that blacktricity is in you and me. So raise your blacktricity. And if you don't know how to raise it, get with somebody that can help you raise it. Thank you, brother, you, for bringing the blacktricity of the drum. So as I came to you, I leave you from here, Kokayi. This brother, he know we don't got to go back to the days when we was in the street. But let me tell you, we made it through for you. We made it through for you. What you gonna do? Are we gonna free it up? Happy Earth Day, Kokayi! He know I was gonna pull him up here. He running all over the place, making sure, because he's a born organizer. But I want to tell you, bro, thank you for giving this love to all of us today. And thank you for supporting our brother Mutulu. Thank you for taking care of him. Thank you for emulating him. Thank you for continuing his work. This is the baddest stick-up artist around.
Y'all know he talking about needles now.
I'm talking about needles. We ain't talking about taking no banks out. We're sticking up people so that they can get their blacktricity together and come back. And I promise this, brother, when we bring the Black Cross nurses back on the continent of Africa, we're going to have stick-up people all over the place doing acupuncture so we can heal, because we are all sick. We all sick. Even the healers are sick. And I live with a marvelous healer. I know what I'm telling y'all. We sick, and we must accept that. We must stop playing around, because if you don't, you're going to pay. And that pay we ain't trying to do, right, Kokayi? So without any further ado, I love y'all. Brother Yango, my brother, I'm going to speak to you directly. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. I love that brother. I love so many of the brothers and sisters here. I want to thank all of y'all. We got a phone that we found over there on the fire hydrant. If you misplace your phone, anybody misplaced the phone, it was over there on the fire hydrant. So we're going to put it back over there on the fire hydrant so you can hopefully come and find it. We got just a few more people, and then I think we're going to have a party. We got a silent auction going on over in the room where the sister was giving us a good overview about all the beautiful vending and healing and oils and love that's over there. So before you leave, please make sure that you go check out the vendors. But there's a silent auction. So we need you all to continue with the fundraising concept. So please go support the silent auction, please. We also want everyone to remember that this fundraising is ongoing. It doesn't just stop here. I think everybody's been saying that. I want to say it again. Go online to Kokayi's website, and Kokayi's website, as soon as he gives it to me, I'll repeat it. So we'll have it, because you all definitely want to keep raising money for Brother Shakur. We have now another, I'd like to get your website. What's your website? Communal
CEHAW.com. I'm sorry, communaleffectsherbals.com.
Okay, you gotta say that slow, Kokayi.
Yeah. Communal effect herbals, vendors in the back.
Yeah, we got vendors in the side room. Communal
effect
herbals. HERBALS.com. Okay, so we're still gonna be raising money there. So please, if you all need to know that information, again, just y'all, most of y'all hopefully know Dr. Kokayi's number. We have another sister in the house. I have to mention her. We wouldn't have DC Emancipation Day and stand up towards DC statehood without this sister here in the red with the hat on. This is Sister Elise Jenkins. We want to acknowledge this soldier, spiritual warrior. Yes, indeed. I love her. I've marched with her many years. We also would not be doing some of the things we're doing with our youth without Sister Jo Patterson, who is the sister, the official sister of Dr. Kokayi. And Dr. Kokayi's son was here, and his nephew. I don't know where they are, but if they would come forward, I'd love to have them be introduced. Your son is looking good, girl. Doing good. Okay. Nikichi Taifa, our warrior lawyer who's been doing some serious stuff about reparations and standing up for justice. Sister Nikichi Taifa going on in the Nikichi tour. I saw that today. She's going on tour. We got Akmal Muwakil coming up next. We have Bilal Sunni Ali, and we're going to close this official program with Brother Jabbar Exum, who is the drummer for all of the Black Panther movies. But before Sister Nikichi, we honor.
Thank you. I'm going to take the opportunity to sit down, if that's okay. And to make sure I stayed within what I thought was going to be 2 minutes, I just kind of wrote out. So I got 2 minutes. Well, it's all good. Dr. Mutulu Shakur, father, grandfather, healer, teacher, mentor, revolutionary. I became acquainted with Dr. Mutulu Shakur as part of the new African independence movement back in the day, which, although perhaps not visible, had always uplifted the need for his release from COINTELPRO accelerated and overzealous prosecution. You see, we always knew that it was absolutely critical to struggle for those who struggle for us. So in addition to prisoner of war exchange correspondence between Brother President Mario Bedeli to Fidel Castro, in addition to prisoner of war briefs with attorney Chokwe Lumumba using international law concepts of the Geneva Convention and its protocol as it relates to the treatment of captured combatants found in his case, after nearly 4 decades of politically fringe mobilization around the freedom of Dr. Mutulu Shakur, it was evident that the struggle for his freedom needed to move to new and different levels. So over the past year or so, letters from over 100 faith organizations, leaders were generated. Progressive, believe it or not, law enforcement coalition letters were sent. Countless health practitioners were organized. Thank you, Dr. Kokayi. There were high-level engagements. Y'all don't know this. High-level engagements with the Department of Justice, with the Parole Board, with the Office of the Pardon Attorney, with the Biden administration, with the White House. Grassroots mobilizations entered high gear with intergenerational activity. The media began to express interest, and as a result, Dr. Mutulu Shakur walked out of prison in December. There were those who walked out before him, Brother Sekou Odinga, just to name one. There were those who need to walk out behind him. Brother Imam Jamil Alameen, Mutulu, Mumiabu Jamal, Brother Veronza Powers, just to name three. Because there still remains those victimized during the high-intensity COINTELPRO years behind bars. But we celebrate the victories, my dear Sister Joe. We celebrate the victories as they come. Yes. Despite years and years and decades overdue, as we vow to continue the struggle, as we vow to continue the struggle, as we vow to continue the struggle to free them all. What's the call? What's the call? Oh.
Go ahead, Nikiti. That's how you rap it. Free them all. Free them all. Free them all. Come on, Brother Akmal.
Inspirations with us.
Oh, okay.
Banners and Becky.
Okay. And you gonna take your baby? Yes, Mr. Well, Akmal, you gotta speak. So can we get someone else to help me out? Okay.
Direct me.
Right, so we're gonna direct you to what you stay focused.
Direct me, you know.
So we're gonna stay Akmal Muwakia is another one of these revolutionary healers too. He's doing some amazing work, and we want to give him a chance to speak about whatever he wants to speak about, because it's always dynamic. Brother Akmal Muwakia, give him your black love.
Good evening. How's everybody this evening? Y'all good? You know, healing is a really powerful piece if you really understand healing. We talk about it out of our mouth, but we don't understand it. This brother here, Dr. Shakur, he understood it. When he saw it, he understood it. And what he understood about it was the fact that he needed to grasp that and pass it on. So that what happens is that we keep it going. You see, you got to understand that we come from the healers. The Africans were healers. The Chinese came from the Africans and brought the healing. Okay, I've been doing acupuncture for 45 years. I was born into healing. And so when you see healing, you understand healing and you know healing. I'm a master at Twina, and I teach it. My brother Kokayi, where is he?
Right here.
I met this brother at rap. And I wasn't going to rap for the drug program because I had already kicked the drugs before I got to rap. I came to rap to help the brothers and the sisters to get off the drugs. This was back in 1980 when I met this brother here. Soon as we came together, Kokayi and I, what happened? We bonded like brothers. So Kokayi called me one day and he said, listen, I got this idea. I said, okay, what is it? He said, we're going to get all the healers together and the acupuncturists and do AWOL. Okay. So we was in this little room and he said, we were putting it together and he said, AWOL, African Holistic Health Association. One of the doctors in there said, no, that won't fly. People won't like that one. Well, I had to hold the brother down to keep him from getting on the doctor because the doctor didn't want to see the African word in the contents. So I'm proud and glad that Dr. Shakur and Kokayi Patterson came together to create a movement that is now ADS. We need to support this brother. We need to support Kokayi, Dr. Kokayi, and we need to support Dr. Shakur, so that what happens is the fact that we can continue the movement that was started when Kunta Kinte said, I ain't no damn slave. You see, we have to understand the fact that we live for the future generation. If we don't do our job, they go void of course. Look at them in the street. We have to continue to deal with healing. And you ladies, y'all have it. You just got to cultivate it. So that what happens now is that now we begin to heal. Coming across that water on them ships, not only was we throwing up and farting on each other and all of that, but we was putting that healing together that happened in Africa. So we have to deal with the fact that we have to understand that this is a movement, baby. And if you were back in the 60s, that's what we did. We moved. And so we have to continue to do that. And we have to continue to support the ADS. That's where they do the auricular. They stick the needles in your ears. AWA. AWA helps to make sure that the community stays healthy. And Dr. Shakur, we got to make sure that that brother continues to walk upright until God calls him home. So that what happens is that now we become a community. How many people in here remember when we were a community, where if you did something down the street, by the time you got home, oh, you done have 4 or 5 butt whoopings, you know? And you come in the door and they stand there talking about, come on in, I got something for you. We have to get back to that. We have to be able to really, really, really do our job. We got to get our kids off the street. They're the next generation. And if they kill up each other, then there ain't no generation. So we have to really begin to influence them positively. And so I never met Dr. Shakur, but I thank him for his ability to recognize healing when he saw it. Because if you don't recognize healing, you're always going to be looking for a cure. And the only thing that cures is ham. And you know, ham cures in the hothouse. God has given us the ability to heal. So either you chasing a cure that doesn't happen or you're going to heal. Thank you very much. Be well, enjoy your life as you peacefully walk in health. Adabo. My dear sister. And this woman here, let's give her a hand. And she done been, listen, we done gone down a lot of roads together. And we still standing. Be well.
Right,
thank you.
Right, that's right. You know you're good friends when you have fights with them and then you don't talk to them for a while. And then you come back and y'all fall in love just like nothing had happened. That's what we have talking about for years. I mean, we have been down some road. Who we got coming up next? And we're near the end. Brother Bilal, is he going to be able to? He is, okay. So we got Bilal Sunni Ali, who's been the support person for Brother Jamil, who has headed up that defense committee for a number of years. Like I said, we got the heavy hitters in this place tonight. Liberation, reconstruction, rising forward with the Yoruba. Sister said that if you're human, you're African. All of us Africans in this space, all of us human beings, all of us Africans, we have truly, truly represented tonight. I hope that You're learning lessons. Yes, ma'am. We have a silent auction. Okay, I keep being plugged. Please go check out the silent auction. I know it's some great things. This is part of the fundraising for Dr. Mutulu Shakur. So please, please, oh, we got some more healers. Hello, my sister, good to see you. And we're going to bring up Bilal Sunni Ali in just a moment. I'm Ayo Handy Kendi, if anybody came in and don't know who I am. And I am blessed to be the founder of the African American Holiday Association. And I'm the CEO of Positive Energy Works. I help people with their breathing. Everybody just for a minute, just ad living. Everybody take their hand and put it over their heart. Good. Take the other hand and connect it right at your belly button. And just allow yourself for a minute to close your eyes. And allow yourself to focus attention on your breathing. Allow yourself to slow down for a minute. It's going to give us some more energy because we got still some partying to do tonight. So you want to have all the oxygen in your body. I want you to close your eyes and close your mouths for a minute and put a beautiful smile on your face because it takes a whole lot more energy to smile than it does to frown. So smile. Feel the sensation of breath going in and going out and going in and going out. Inhale in. Allow your belly to be soft. Feel the belly expand gently and then open your mouth and simply go, ah, like a gentle sigh. Inhale again, just relax the face, relax your belly, let your belly be soft and round. Push the belly gently out, open your mouth and just go, ah. Inhale once more. This time, allow the breath to stay in the belly, gently softening the belly. The belly is out just a little bit. Hold that belly out. Hold it out. Hold it out. Hold it out. Let the oxygen build up. Now open the mouth and just go, ah. Let the belly go way back to the back of your spine. Inhale just once more. Inhale, let the belly gently rise. If your chest is going up and down, you want the 9 out of 10 people breathing inefficiently. Instead, keep your shoulders down. Let your belly rise. Open the mouth and let the belly go back to the back of the spine. Now absorb into your heart space. See your heart space open up. See your heart space open, reaching forward to that which you need. Ask your heart, what is it that you need to know about mentoring someone else? What is it that you need to know about contributing to this struggle? What is it that you need to know about your healthy life, living your life on purpose? Breathe into this heart space and feel your heart give you the answers, because the heart has the highest vibration, much higher than our brain. So thank your heart for allowing you this moment to connect with it. Ask your heart to send you the love that we all desperately want. And send to your heart space the love, the self-care, the self-healing, the appreciation, the attitude of gratitude, because you really don't have to be here. And give thanks right now that your heart has allowed you this breath of life, because without it, there is no life. First thing we do when we come into the world, the last thing we do when we live this world, and everything between, made better simply by the way that we breathe. So there's power in the breath. Breathe deeply, fully, and consciously, and open the mouth on the count of 3. Inhale again in unity. Hold the breath in the belly. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Open your mouth and just breathe. Slowly begin to come back into the room. 1, 2, 3. Lift your hands up in the air. Stretch your like you just don't care. Open the mouth again and say, thank you, Creator. Thank you, Creator. Thank you, Creator. I'm truly grateful to be here. Come on, say, thank you, Creator. Thank you, Creator. Thank you, Creator, because I'm truly grateful to be here. On the count of 3, pull your palms downward and flow that energy down slowly. Thank you for the opportunity to serve. We now have Brother Bilal Sunni Ali speaking from Atlanta, Georgia, or are you speaking from Belize? So I'm going to let him introduce himself. Thank you, Brother Bilal. Peace and blessings. Let's give him a round of your positive energy.
Yeah, I know. He's not speaking. He's opening.
3 years ago, the Bureau of Prisons started saying that Dr. Mutulu Shakur was not going to make it. He was going to die in prison. And a lot of people went for that, gone for the okie doke. But we had determined that they don't know when anybody's going to die. And they don't know when they're going to die. So when they say that somebody's going to die at a certain time, it's bogus. And what we did, when I say we, I'm talking about those of us who were part of the Black Acupuncture Advisory Association of North America, which was myself, Dr. Kokayi Patterson, and Dr. Tatsuo Hirano. We began putting forth our discipline, our intentional healing practice that we're all known for, and we began a daily habit and a daily schedule. That was 9 o'clock every morning. We would involve ourselves with our intentional healing practice. My intentional practice is music as a healing modality. And so what we did, I began singing this song. It's a song by another musician, a saxophonist by the name of Albert Eiler. And the song is "A Man is Like a Tree." So I began doing that every morning at 9 a.m. And Dr. Tatsu Hirano, he began dealing with his discipline, which is a long distance. It's a form of, I guess it's Reiki. And also Dr. Kokayi Patterson is a Reiki master as well. So we each began doing those three things at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 2 or 3 years ago. When they began saying he was going to die, we put those disciplines into practice with the hope and the concern that he would not die in prison and that he would survive and that he would be out here with us just as he is now. And we continue to do it. Whenever anybody would say, oh, did you hear about Dr. Mutulu? They say he's going to die. We would tell them what we're doing against what they're saying, and invite them to join us. So we've done that, and he's out. He didn't die in prison, and now that he's out, he's getting better every day because of the practice that Dr. Tatsu Hirano and Dr. Kokayi were there for the first 2 months of his being released, at least the first 6 weeks of his being released. They were there, and he's getting better. The actual pharmaceutical medicine that they prescribed for him, he's on less of them now, than he was when he came out of the prison. And our endeavor, what we hope to accomplish and pray that we do accomplish, is that he will be off all of the pharmaceutical medicine. It's just a matter of time. So that's it. That's my story. A tree is like a man. Come and change your season. He died. Then he's born again. A man like a tree. As it grows from seed. Never let it grow. Give him a chance to be. He'll answer to its call. Like a tree. He'll stand up tall. A tree is like a man. The arms of a man are like the branches of a tree. Ever reaching out, like the man was meant to be. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Like a tree, you'll stand up tall. It's like a tree. A tree is like a tree. A tree is
Brother Bilal, Brother Bilal. I don't know what happened, but anyway, let's give him our love and appreciation.
One more video.
Yes, thank you.
He's speaking.
Thank you much. It's my pleasure, my honor, and my duty to produce such work. I want to start off by saying I seek refuge in the law against misleading and being misled. I seek refuge in the law against betrayal and being betrayed into ignorance by others. And I ask the Lord to guide my heart, to guide my tongue. And I pray that what I have to say will be accepted and will be of benefit to all those listening. I want to definitely start off saying Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah to my brother. to my brother and my comrade, my colleague and my friend. I welcome you home and a salute to you. Salute to you as my comrade. Not simply my comrade in the same struggle or in the New African liberation struggle, but my fellow soldier in the ranks of the Black Legion and the ranks of the New African Security Force. Still on active and continuous duty. I'm happy to have you out here, out of the dungeons that physically separated us, but never actually separated us as colleagues, as we never stopped working together, combating genocide through both the building of BANA, the Black Acupuncture Advisory Association of North America, and the continued exposure of the US government's counterintelligence operation known as COINTELPRO, and known by many other names. And of course, our friendship has lasted the test of time. The prison walls, our brotherhood has been sustained as our blood is thicker than the mud that we've swam through and continue to swim through. I eagerly look forward to very soon seeing with you and being with you. And once again, sharpening our swords, using the tools of self-criticism, criticism in revolutionary love. And I want to thank you so much for spending the time given to you, and to share that time to talk about another warrior, Imam Jamil Abdullah Alameen, also known as H-Rap Brown. You know, we remember him. We remember him, but I tell people not to just say we remember him. We're with him. You can write to him. I put the website in the chat, www.imamjamilactionnetwork.org. And I want to thank you for remembering and bringing to life how he used to bring us to life back in the late 60s. Light that fire, and reminding us to light their fire. They blamed fires on him, and all he did was remind us that that fire needed to be lit. And we thank you, Brother Mutulu, for lighting that fire, for remembering him, and for remembering to talk him. I was deeply touched when you got out and Imam Jamil said that he wanted to talk to you, and we made sure that he had your number. And we're so glad that you talked to him. And we're so happy that you talked to him, because he imparts a lot of wisdom to all of us, and has a lot of wisdom to impart to all of us. And I'm glad that Pam Africa and Brother Razakhan came up, because IJAN, the Imam Jamil Action Network, we gave the Golden Torch Award. We gave the Golden Torch Award to Pam Africa for her dedication and outspokenness in a continued struggle to free Mumia Abu-Jamal. That continued struggle, that level of struggle that they put into for attempting to free Mumia Abu-Jamal. And for freeing Mumia Abu-Jamal, we thank them so much that we invented the Golden Torch Award. And we say that everybody should follow their example, leave no stone unturned into freeing our political prisoners, to free them all, free them all. And I want to say to my no longer young, he's 71, but my even younger brother, Furaha Kuzaliwa Kokayi, salute to you as well. It especially warms my heart to see you demonstrating that you believe that the community is more important than the individual. By splitting your birthday party with our brother, and everybody knows how much you like to party, and how much Mutulu likes to party too. We are both happy to have had and still have you as our comrade in the New African National Liberation Struggle. And as a fellow soldier in the Black Legion and the New African Security Force, the 21 gun a handful of hand grenades, and a million Molotov cocktails. Salute to you, my brother, and happy to have you as our comrade and colleague in this battle against genocide, as you've courageously continued to not only fight, but build this fighting institution, the Black Acupuncture Advisory Association of North America, and through the African Holistic Health Association, and the Acupuncture Detox Substance Abuse Collective, and the training of more compassionate foot soldiers and barefoot soldiers, I should say, as evidence through this excellent program going on right now. It in itself is a demonstration of the continued revolutionary love that both of your lives represent. So happy birthday, Furaha Kuzaliwa. Continue to work, study, and train, build, and celebrate. Because there ain't no celebration like a revolutionary love celebration. I said it ain't no celebration like a revolutionary love celebration. It ain't no celebration. Did you hear me? I said there ain't no celebration like a revolutionary love celebration, because a revolutionary love celebration won't stop. Salam, free the land.
Ain't no revolution without a love celebration. Ain't no revolution without a love celebration. I love it. Brother Bilal, Sonny, Ali, let's please show your love and appreciation to them. That was powerful.
Thank you. Thank all of you.
Oh, he wants.
Bilal.
Yes.
Can we move to the next person short of time? What was you going to do? I can't.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm all done. I'm out.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's give Bilal a round, please.
Yes.
Bilal Sunni Ali. Bilal was one of the so-called indicted co-conspirators in the Brinks of the Shakur trial. And my brother, of course, served time, you know, because they wanted him to testify, you know, on us and the family and everybody. Of course, he made the decision not to do that and served almost 2 years in jail. So we thank Bilal for all of his service. Let's give him another hand.
Okay. All right. So we are going to have a party tonight. So I just want to let you all know that. I appreciate you all having been able to be a part of this. I mean, this is a real historical gathering. I hope y'all know that. I really hope y'all know that. Y'all seeing some people in this room that, you know, all my life, you know, we had posters and we actually had them on free political prisoners, and you know, we knew them as on the posters. But you have been able to be blessed by seeing them and hearing from them and being inspired by them. Right, I'm about fired up. So, like, we got another brother here in our community that we watched him grow up, and we knew he was going to be a bad Billy, and he turned out to be more than a bad Billy, like a lot of you all here. And this brother, he can put together some words. We heard Samaya earlier. We've heard Lucy Murphy earlier. We've heard some folks who are word weavers who've been singing and performing and leading us in this revolutionary struggle. Now we have gracing our stage here, our final act, I believe, of this night, Brother Jabbar Exum. Jabbar grew up in our community and is now featured in the movie the Black Panthers, and Wakanda forever. So you know we're real proud of him. So give him your black love.
Good, thanks, y'all. So this don't sound crazy. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's a little better for me. That's a little better. So look, Baba Kokayi said, "Be quick." I said, "Well, why do you want me to go at all? Because I got more to say. I'm 41. I'm from Southeast. And I'm only saying that to say, you know, a lot of people fighting the dust. You know, like health is not. It's not a simple thing for me. You feel me? Like staying out of trouble and being healthy. And I know I'm kind of preaching to the choir, but I realize I'm not preaching to the choir because everybody could do a little bit more to take back what's ours. And what I mean by that is that there was a time where we were snatched, and I don't mean some of us snatched from home because black people were across the whole earth, period. So, you know, the opium that was in the pyramids, that was the opium they used to mummify the mummies. That's what I'm saying. Mummify the mummies, which is from Mexico. If anybody know that. So the thing about it is that I'm going to play this drum, and I'm going to start with the end in mind. My new mantra, and people are going to challenge this, but I'm going to start right here, y'all. We cannot not practice our culture, and I mean in full. However part you want to take a part of it, anything that makes this planet go really is a part of the culture. But there's something that's at the core of it that we're losing. And this is partially why our health is off. And I'm going to start here. The men must dance. I work in a modern dance environment. I'm 41 years old. I've been playing for modern dance since I was 5 years old. And men think that dancing is feminine, but we go to do martial arts and we do all kinds of things. There's something that's been cracked in the psyche of human beings where we think that scar tissue is health. Breathing and bioelectricity is health, my people. The culture that was taken from us is a very simple culture that is on the earth. He wants me to drum, but I have to talk. I'm going to drum, but I'm going to say this. I just hurt my foot like a second ago. I was coming out of the art of living thing, just sat in there with them for a minute, do some breathing. And then I came out and I'm feeling good. I hang on the iron pole and I did a pull-up, you know what I'm saying? Jump down. And these little, these wonderful shoes, but they ain't got no soles, right? I hit my foot. So I'm saying this in dedication to Mutulu because, again, we need to dig deep into the arts and the crafts because people are leaning back on the ancient. They called me an African booty scratcher when I was young, playing djembe in this in Southeast. But now everybody's leaning on this. We COVID, we scared of coughing, like the immune system is not supposed to get better every fucking day, y'all. And I'm serious about this. I don't really get sick. And now they're talking about percussion builds T cells and stuff like that. So we cannot miss the boat and only practice what people who lived in a cold climate, who didn't live in the sun, was doing, y'all. We got to look at all these different forms. I can talk for days, but every indigenous culture have practice, and whatever one is closest to you, you got to figure out if there's something going on with your body and your tradition is right there, you need to turn around quick. Because we're sitting here paying for health insurance, but we have no health assurance. None. And it's in our lifestyles, period. The men must dance. Because if you do it, your children will dance. Your women will look different, act different. Everything is going to change. You're going to breathe. You must sing. The best way we detox is through exhaling. Period. You're going to need a whole lot of herbs if you're eating chicken and you're not talking and you're not moving and you're not, and let your spirit and the emotions come out. Let yourself cry. I cry when I practice. I've been playing this every day, but I can hit like a boxer. Anybody want to? I'm telling you because I'm a fucking man, y'all. And I'm seeing crackheads around me, cats looking all crazy, all up in, you know what it's like growing up in the hood. If you work out, you see a whole bunch of lame actors around you, like, what's wrong with our community now? Cats used to be walking around looking like Paul Robeson. Ital is vital. You know what I'm saying? Because we're looking around like, where the fucking dudes at for real? They in this room, I see that. So the gospel is here. I see a whole lot of cats that take care of themselves. But I'm gonna drum real quick because the drum is the thing, they literally said, cut off your hands for drumming. So if the drum is deep and you keep it inside of you, brothers, and everybody, you will dance. And if you should be dancing in the mirror, dancing in the shower, dancing in the bedroom with your girl, it is a dance, y'all. It is a dance. He's been the same energy. Him and Kokayi had the same level of energy, and I've known him since I was 5 years old. I'm just going to drum. But I don't, so the drumming is inside and out. This time, just close your eyes. You can dance to it, but it's got to start real deep with your mind and your ideas, the things you're trying to exercise out of your body and into the world. That's what dance is about. So just listen for a second. Focus on your spine, from the sacrum to the mind. It is not a joke. The caduceus. Everybody see the medical world? Somebody tell me what the symbol is for medicine in America. It is the fucking caduceus. And what is the oldest African symbols on the top of the crown of the daggone pharaoh? The caduceus. It is a pyramid, y'all, because your body is a pyramid. You're a fractal. And if you live on this earth properly, the body becomes exponentially powered, which means you get more bang for your buck. That's what it means to go old and strong. Particles controlling the whole universe, making everything. Those particles created that computer. That particles created this drum. Those particles created Mutulu. Those particles created crack cocaine. We have choices with our time, my friends. Each one of you is a chemist. Each one of you is a physicist. Each one of you is an engineer. Each one of you is a plumber. Your body is doing all of those things, and they've been doing it since the day you were born. Close your eyes for a second. Protons, neutrons, electrons. Say about atoms, you split an atom in half, and it always remember where it was. If you touch an atom on this side, you split it in half, you touch this part of the atom, that atom is still there. So that means our memory is perfectly intact. Scientifically, that's actually what that means. The only reason you can't see the end when you look back and you can't see things clearly is because there's something else in your body and something in your mind. So we have all the tools that we need in the cultures. Our ancient people have ways of clearing the meridians. I spent all day on Meridian Hill today. I'm gonna stop here. But your electricity first, and let's just keep it simple. Don't put your lives in other people's hands so easily, because the information is in your grandmother's cooking. It's in asking her the questions, seeing the things that our people was doing, and turning that and taking that and making it cool, making it hip hop, bringing it to the forefront. Really practicing our culture and throwing it in these people's faces because we don't need them. I love y'all.
I say.
Okay. Goodbye. Next, when you all look at the Panther movie, please, you'll see his name in the credits. Okay, folks. We are at the end of our official program. Baba Kokayi, where are you and the mentees? I'd like everyone, if they could, to stand up and honor Dr. Kokayi, who put together this amazing program, who continues to honor us and support us with the African Holistic Health Association, along with the ADS Collective. ADS Collective members, please come forward. Joe Patterson, I need you to come, and we got a beautiful seat here. Somebody that left their wallet up here. I don't know, but they left the wallet and their phone. Come on, y'all. There you go. All right, Bob. Give Brother Jabbar another hand since he came up. Jabbar is teaching drumming up in Adams Morgan, I believe. On U Street, yeah. So I'd love to bring my grandchild up there for your drumming class. That's the way to go. Baba Kokayi, where are you? Okay, Baba Kokayi, we wanted to honor him. I think he wanted the African Holistic Health Association members, if you consider yourself part of the membership, if you also consider yourself a part of the AIDS Collective, please come forward. Baba Kokayi, you got the floor here. The reason I asked them to stand so they could actually honor you. Yes, they've been sitting for a long time.
Yes, they have.
Yes. Anybody else? Come on, Kokayi. Come on, please. We used to call this young man Little Kokayi.
Yeah, he's a big Kokayi.
Now he Kokayi Jr.
Joe, come on.
Know this young man since he was
My daughter out there with and singing.
knee high.
Somebody get that singer.
Friends and nieces and nephews, if you're here.
Gumbo. Yeah, you come on.
Come on, family.
Come on, Mona.
Come on.
Come on, daughter. Come on, Kim.
This
Come on,
is
daughter.
Kokayi's nephew.
See, he taller than me, see.
Everybody, yeah, I remember, you know, you just shot right all
Come
up.
on.
Come on, family.
Mona, where's Mona?
Where's Zane?
There's Zane. Come here, baby. Where your mama? Ivy, come on over here and sing. My daughter.
Y'all move over if y'all need to.
Come over here, baby.
Come on.
Navigate.
Navigate over here.
No, Mike.
Ivy.
Where's Ivy? She in the other room in there. She over there somewhere. Okay. Hold that. You know, one of the things, how's everybody? Huh? How's everybody? We're gonna turn some music on in a minute, guys. We'll see what the deal is, but I wanted to just point out a couple of people in the room. Al Malik Farrakhan. Ceasefire, don't smoke the brothers and sisters. My brother Cherry over here, another one, our community organizer. We got so many brothers and sisters here, but in particular, Al Malik Farrakhan, the executive director of Ceasefire, don't smoke the brothers and sisters. Again, like I keep telling y'all, I said, when we go into the hood, you know, we want to go into the hood a certain kind of way. There's a lot of groups that are in the community doing a lot of work, and we're glad that they're doing the work. But Brother Al Malik Farrakhan, when you talk about grassroots, you're talking about getting into the hood, you're talking about mud and water, this is who we're dealing with right here. That's who I work with, because I love to deal with the mud and the water. I love to go into the hood. I love to deal with the ones that everybody's scared to deal with. This man right here has a program every year.
where we bring 5,000 plus people out into the community. They all get fed. They all get fed. And it's to announce a 6-month moratorium against violence every year. 5,000 people. Was it 25 years, Malik? How many? 15 straight years that he's been doing this, right? Free. 5,000 people eat free.
Trouble free.
Trouble free. Matter of fact, the police are not allowed. What you say, Malik? They are not. Can y'all don't believe that? We don't let them come up in there. We tell them no, you can't come up in here. Real simple. And then they roll up, and Malik will say, "What you doing here? Y'all got to go." And they go. Well, we don't need them. But who's there? People like me, people like Malik, we mud and water. We come from the street. We have ex-gangsters and thugs and ex-dealers and all that stuff that are up there. 5,000, and we feed everybody free. ADS Collective up there doing acupuncture. You know what I'm saying? We doing what we do in the hood. That's who that man is. So please give him a hand. Because this violent stuff in the community, we got to stop. His son, Tayshawn, is here, but he took Yango upstairs because we're going to have him say a few words. But again, remember that. Cease fire. Don't smoke the brothers and sisters. Support that organization. Each and every one of you all need to be a man, especially you black men in here. We got to stop all the chump business. Let me say that again. All you dudes up in here, we got to stop the junk business. We cannot be scared to go out and talk to them brothers in the hood. Them our sons, our daughters, our nieces, our nephews. I'm talking about little girls too. They out there gang banging. So we cannot be scared to do that. So I'm spending my time on my birthday doing what y'all see do right here. I do this every year. When I do my birthday, it ain't about me. It's about the community. It's about making sure that I do what my mama raised me to do. And that is to serve people and take care of people. Y'all with me on that? All right. I wanted to talk about one person in particular. Well, two or three actually. My grandmother, Pearl Lyon, who was a nurse extraordinaire. My mother, Naomi Pearl Lyon, who was a nurse extraordinaire. The third person who raised me was this woman right here. Now, y'all not gonna believe this, but I gotta say it. I bought a dozen of roses and they in this building somewhere for her and I can't find it. I knew she was gonna cry when I gave it to her. Okay, because I want you to know that I would not be who I am if it wasn't for you. I want you to know that all them ass whippings that you can know that they work. Okay, they work. But I want you to know that all of the things that I've seen you deal with in life, all of the things that you helped me and your other little sister deal with in life, and you were still able to raise, oh, there's one of them back there. You still were able to raise your children and raise your family and do the things you did. Yeah, your mama would be truly proud of you. Your mama
They found.
Oh, there you go. Shoot, boy, y'all know I had to do a little thing for my sister, you know. So these are for you, baby. And y'all know it's her birthday too, tomorrow. But these not for the birthday. We'll do something else. But this is for what I'm talking about. This is for my 71 years that she raised me and took care of me and spanked that butt. You understand what I'm saying? And bought me my first bicycle. You know, her was working. You know what I'm saying? She was putting it down as a young person. You understand? And helping my mama. She said, don't forget Christmas. We didn't have no Christmas or nothing without my sister. Because my sister, after going to school, was working and doing the thing. Y'all know how it go. Y'all families is like that. Y'all know how that thing rolls. But she's the one that kept the family together. My mom used to call her the family jewel. And me and my sister used to get mad. She ain't nothing. We were jealous. We were jealous. But you can see why, because she's such a great woman. And she's done so many wonderful, wonderful things. So sis, this is just a token. of my appreciation and love for you. Okay. Now, these other girls up here, we got some for them too, because we don't want to forget that with Ivy. Huh? You couldn't find Ivy? Well, Ivy is different from Mama. This is my daughter right here. This is in Zinga. This is my oldest one right here, you know, and it's important for all of the women in my life to know how much I appreciate them, you know, because one of the issues that we have in our community is the abuse of women. You know, I used to be like that. I was a crazy young man doing all kinds of crazy things to women and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's important for us to go out of our way to do things for our women, for our Black and brown women all the time. Y'all with me, Yabo? Black men? Black men? Black men? So this is for my daughter right here. I'm gonna give it the yellow one for her. Okay, now I gotta go to my sister. I gotta go to the other sister, Miss Jo Patterson, and give her one. Mama Jo, as you all know, it wouldn't be no AWA, it wouldn't be no ADS collective, it wouldn't be nothing that I'm doing in the community, because my sister supported me in any and everything. Even when I was wrong, she's I ain't gonna tell them about that. We used to run the street together a little bit, so we don't get that. Y'all think I'm no, leave that alone, we'll let that one go. Okay. Now, this one, where's Kim at? There go Kim, that go to Kim. We'll make sure we get all the ladies. We'll get all the ladies. And if we miss somebody, they're gonna have to share. Oh, we made it. Now, this one over here, this one over here is in the ADS collective. This is my head acupuncturist in the ADS collective. Where's Alea? Alea here? Where's Alea? Come here. Come here, Alea. She went outside. Alea, how many of y'all seen Dope is Death? Y'all seen Dope is Death? Alea is the young lady that's in that movie that's putting acupuncture needles in my ear. Okay, she was 17 at the time. Where's Tony? Tony gone. Tony y'all met earlier, 10 years old, acupuncture. She was here earlier. Okay, because again, working in the brown and Black communities, okay, the Black and the Latino communities, you know, Tony, you know, her sister, brother, Carlos Guzman and Sister Andrea, you know, from that particular community. So it's a part of our movement, you know, to bring together the brown and Black community. It's crucial. It's important. We already know back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, that's what was happening. So within the ADS collective now, we do have our Latino connection. Si se puede. And what does that mean, Lucy? Yes, we can. So within the ADS collective, we have Si se puede, which means yes, we can. And that is our official link in the Latino community. Okay, let's give them a hand for that one. I mean, a big hand for that one. Y'all know what that means. Y'all got to know what that means. So this crew back here has suffered, especially my daughter, you know, and my other family members, because of my work in the community. Because of my work in the community. Because of my work in the community, my family suffered. And what do you mean? Some of our families suffered more than mine. Yes, the FBI visited my sisters and all them and all that kind of stuff. You know, we went through what we went through. But we're just talking in general, that if you're working hard every day for the people, you don't have time for your family. It's very, very hard. Okay, and it hurts. Okay, it's been damaging to my relationships with my children, my family, etc. And y'all need to know that, okay? Because they know it, okay? Because they always got on me about the things I was doing. At certain points in time, my family wouldn't take phone calls from Bilal, say, cool. If somebody called that was a revolutionary, they hang up the phone on them, you know, because everybody's scared about revolution. You see what I'm saying? They got our family scared about that. So it's important for you all to recognize that this crew right here had my back the whole while. They supported me, they loved me, they prayed for me on an ongoing basis, even when I was out of my mind and lost and crazy. They came and they saved me. Not to mention all the support that they gave me, housing and
paying my bills and stuff because I was too busy in the community servicing other people and paying for treatments and stuff for everybody in the community. So my family paid my bills. My family paid my rent. My family paid and took care of my food and bought food for me because I was so busy taking care of Black people in the community.
That's right.
So y'all need to know what happens with people who make those kind of commitments. Y'all see me out here having fun, laughing, having a good time, needling people and doing all kinds of work. You all don't know what goes in behind this stuff. Huh, Damien? What's that say, huh? Okay, all these hard work, see, let me say this. The people in this room, I know y'all. I know you all. And you all are some of the hardest working people in our community. That's why I use my day to bring y'all together. Yeah, it's a social activity, but y'all already know. When I bring y'all together, I'm going to preach and talk about the work that we need to be doing and keep the responsibility on you in terms of what it is that we're doing. So now we're going to party a little bit. We're going to jam it up, but boom, gotta say something. Oh, I got to tip my daughter. That's my daughter, my oldest daughter. See, I'll say something about the dudes. I mean, about all the girls. Now I got to say something about the dudes. My son, Kokayi, and Takumbo, my nephew, and my other son, Nuri Hanif Adisa, he'll be joining us next week. He's undercover right now, if you know what I mean. And he'll be joining us next year. I said next week. Next year, you're about to say. Next year. But here's Kokayi Patterson Jr. Come on up, son. And my boy right there. And Takumbo right there. You got to say, you want to say something? Y'all want to say something? Soldier boys.
I love you, Abu.
Yeah, I love you too. That's it. That's it. Come on, Kate. Big dog.
Hi, everybody. It's my youngest boy.
He called me a son all the time.
I watch his back.
That's right.
That's all you do. That's right. So you say cool?
That's right. Tell him again.
Y'all, he did sacrifice a lot. He did have times where he was all over the place, relationship wise, but this is my best friend. I would not trade this father for no other father in the world. I talk shit about my father all the time. Best thing. I got the smartest man as my father.
Oh, that's right.
Like the things that I know at 35.
That's
I'm happy to say. But if I didn't have him, I would know. Sacrifice or not for y'all.
That's right.
I'm just glad y'all respect.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right.
My daughter in Zinga. And let me say this. I named her Queen in Zinga. And where's the other in Zinga? Oh, there's another friend of ours in Zinga. A bunch in Zinga. I named her that in 1975. You don't want nobody to get no Zinga name today. Oh, what was it? What year was it?
Thank you.
I told her age. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did Alea come back there? Go ahead, baby.
I can't follow my brother. I'm not even going to try to follow my brother, but it was important for me for my father to acknowledge the Kumbo and Kokayi because they are not the young men, like they are the men in this family. I have so much respect for these two men, and I tell them whenever I see them that I have so much respect for them. So I thank God for them. I do thank God for my father, and as Kokayi said, it has been a sacrifice. It has been a true sacrifice, but we are working hard, working together. He doesn't always like what we have to say. We don't care at all.
Just y'all, they chip off the block. I told her.
Don't care. We respect him, but we tell him the truth. And so any leader, Dr. King, Malcolm X, Nelson Mandela, the sacrifice that their family has made is immeasurable. And so we do thank God for him. We thank the Creator for my father. We thank the Creator for each and every one of you for, as my brother said, the love and respect that you guys give him. And so we're happy that you're here. We're happy to be here. Just be a part of this family, this great legacy of my grandmother. So thank you all.
My daughter, boy.
All right, you all. So when what we got? Yeah, don't close out yet. Okay, we're working on the sound, the music thing. We'll pull on. Okay, so what do I need to do? Sit down. The chair down there. Let Mama have your for the red chair.
Family, don't leave. So in our tradition, you know, we don't just end things, everybody go home. No, we don't just say goodbye. Right. We end in ritual. Because ritual is part of who we are as a people. We do things ceremonial. We do things with the awareness that the Creator is in everything that is so-called spiritual. And so spiritual endings are just as important as spiritual beginnings. So when we pour libations honoring the ancestors, you don't just say, everybody just go, that's the end of it. No, you honor with the proper ending. And so with the proper ending, because we came here to honor this brother, we have yet to really, truly honor him with the proper happy birthday. Okay? All right. Yeah. So you throw up all the Reiki, you throw up all the energy. Right. And so we're going to end this in the concept of we are in a circle, and circles represent unity, and unity in the African tradition represents our love. And so I want y'all for a minute close your eyes. I want you to lift your hands forward to him, because my brother suggested something very powerful. We're going to send you some Reiki energy. You don't have to be attuned to Reiki to give the energy. All you have to have is the intention. The intention is to send this brother some dynamic energy. Send him energy so as he continues with his work, that everyone who's sending you energy is sending you love. They're sending you light. They're sending you positive energy. They're sending you the energy that will negate anything that you no longer need. They're sending you, laying their hands on you without laying their hands on you, but they're sending you the energy, so you should be feeling this energy coming towards you. As you intentionally see yourself sending this great positive energy from your spirit, just allow this energy to flow from your heart. Send the heart love to Kokayi. Send the heart love to Dr. Mutulu Shakur. Send heart love to Brother Jamil Alameen, right? Send your energy to anybody who is incarcerated, who's been incarcerated, and we know that it's time for them to leave. Send them that vibrational energy coming up from the deep space of your very beingness, that you feel, that you're sending, that you're affirming that he lives long life, because with a long, healthy life, he will continue to bless our community. And as he blesses our community, so shall we bless him. Amen. Ashe, Aho, hallelujah. Simple song. Here comes Kokayi. Sing it after me. Here comes Kokayi. He's black and beautiful. He's black and beautiful. Here comes Kokayi. He's black and beautiful. Here comes Kokayi. He's black and beautiful. We're singing the new African birthday song. He's stand up black and strong. The new African birthday song. He's good enough for happy birthday, Kokayi. New African birthday song. Everybody just give us some harambe. Lift up your arms. Harambe means we all in this together. Want to count? And now, brothers and sisters, you can go home or hang out and party. God bless you. May the Creator continue to smile on each and every single one of you. May your ancestors continue to walk with you, guide you, and lead you on the righteous path by which we all must walk. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, family, for putting up with all of us. Thank you all very much. I'm a family member by hanging around with y'all for I don't know how many years. And so I'm so grateful to be part of you all. Thank you so much. May the Creator continue to bless you. Come on, we gonna party hardy.
All right, family. Break it on down.
Thank you all. Don't forget the auction. Don't forget the silent auction and the vendors.
We got silent auction in the room over there, so you definitely want to get over for the silent auction. Going on over to the other room. If you bought tickets and stuff like that, go over to the silent auction. There's a bunch of good stuff over there. Groovy things over there in that room. Yeah.
I want to thank you all for hanging out and wishing everybody a good night. Wish you all were here. And anyway, peace and love and happiness, and have a good one.
Thank you, Baba Martin, for
See you
doing
guys.
all this tech work. Thank you for streaming it for us. Thank you.
There's a couple more people. It wasn't just me. But
thank you. I really enjoyed it. I appreciate it.
I'm glad y'all enjoyed it. Have a good night. Hey,
You too.
I'm gonna
Take
put this
care.
up on YouTube. So
Okay.
you guys can go over it. Talk to you soon.